Yeah, we're just gonna gloss over that entirely.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoops. I don't know what our options are. We're just gonna eat it. It's not good. Oh Lord, it's not good.
Spider, 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 spider! Oh fuck.
Is that right?
Right, I'm starting to flag already. Alrighty, hello everybody. Oh, got to put the camera on. That's a bit unusual. Welcome back into some more Formula 1 Manager. Sorry, I have been kind of, you know, I said I wasn't sure if I was going to stream over the weekend, and it's now fucking, I'm looking at my watch, but it isn't there. It's now Wednesday. Unfortunately, I was a bit ill over the weekend, but we're back to it now. Should have a few days of streams before the weekend where I am going to be busy with events. So yeah, we are here with some more Formula 1 Manager. Basically, last time out, we had a bit of a freak result that saw us actually get into the points on account of a very, very messy race. Where the fuck can I see the point? Here we go, the standings. It's just 1 point. It's just 1 point. But this now does change the game plan somewhat. So we're still exactly where we want to be over the course of the year, and we are ready to take on. Today we are going to be doing the Shanghai race, which is both a sprint and a race, and then the next event after that is Miami, which is again a sprint and a race. I'm not sure if we'll get through all 4 events. It'll possibly just be the 2 sprints and Chinese race, but we'll play it by ear, see how we get on. Glad you are feeling better. Thank you, Diamond, and welcome in everybody. Welcome in, Diamond. Welcome, Nost Wolf. Yeah, no, I was I had a to be honest, I wasn't feeling that bad, but the problem was I couldn't get to sleep, so I ended up I went to bed. I tend to go to bed fairly early in the morning, so you know, kind of 8 a.m. kind of time is normal for me, but I couldn't get to sleep. I ended up falling asleep at 6 p.m. so I woke up at midnight just like, what the fuck, and then that was me. I was fucked from that point onwards. So we're just back after the Japanese Grand Prix. So we still have some things to do. Let's check on our cars. Our cars are actually doing okay. So we're pretty happy with this one. Ooh. There is a regulation vote. So regulation changes help us to continuously improve the sport for the benefit of competitors and seasons. We're proposing a new change for the 2025 season. Certain regulation regarding the chassis and side pods have become outdated, and a revamp is in order. So we have to pick between an overhaul okay, fine. So we can either make improvements to the chassis at the expense of side pods, or make changes to the side pods at the expense of the chassis. The chassis is pretty important, so I'm going to go for the chassis focused overhaul. Hey Patty, how you doing? Cheese? Cheese? Cheese. Cheese. Fucking James May, what a man. So yeah, this is the report from the Japanese Grand Prix. So a car wasn't well suited to it because of its bad high-speed performance, but yet despite that we still got points. So we were pretty happy with this. Coding is a pain. You have an enemy now. And it does walk and attack. So it's finally learned where the ground is, Paddy. Is that what you're telling me? It's finally learned where the ground is. I have once again started these streams without getting my printouts in order. Oh, I do have a point. Oh no, I do. Okay, I'm fine. God, I'm smarter than I think I am. Yay! I've got printouts. Fucking printouts. If you are new to these, Formula One Manager series, I do take my role as team principal very, very seriously. There is note taking involved. This is what my so I've got printouts, and I do a lot of note taking to help coordinate my team a little bit better. Ooh no, there's a concern from the wind tunnel. Oh, there is indeed a fault in our wind tunnel that could have escalated over time, but we resolved it, so all design projects are resuming again. We're happy with this one. We have low stock of the chassis. Have I got any manufacturing space available? Perhaps, perhaps. So the enemy can walk and attack, but it perhaps only knows where the floor is. You'll be gladly working to watch the vroom vroom. Have fun. Thank you, Patty. Thank you for the lurkin. Where car parts development? Oh no, I do have space. Okay. So it says chassis has a low stock. Let's go ahead and get another chassis in for half a mil. This is required after Daniel Ricciardo thunder cunted his car into the fucking wall last time. Oh, the commitment. Yeah. We do things properly here, Diamond. I do things properly here. Fine, let's get the chassis. We're also low on suspension, but I can only build one thing at a time. So I've manufactured more front wings. Does this mean in the manufacturing, car parts development, chassis? So wait, how much of each thing do we have? So the front wing, we have 6 of the new design and 4 rear wings of the new design. So we officially have this one. So we can actually focus on the suspension just now. And we're going to have a new rear wing for this. The regulation vote is in. What are we working with? So let's see what happens here. Oh. Also in our emails is our personnel officer telling us that Daniel Ricciardo is enthusiastic, but Raven Aerosmith is very unhappy. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Overall, we voted for the chassis-focused overhaul. So the teams that voted for it were Hibble F1, RB Racing, Haas, Williams, McLaren, and Ferrari. So overall, it is going to be a chassis focus for the next year. But it is now time for the Chinese Grand Prix. So, woo! You're done changing it all. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, Noswolf. Where is... You know, I'm prepared with... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I'm prepared with all of my bits of paper and things, but I don't have a fucking pen. Okay, so let's go for China. So the race is going to be a bit... yeah, okay. So strategy preparation. So there is a sprint in this one. So the race is over 56 laps. The pit losses are 20 seconds for a green flag lap and 13 seconds for safety car. So there is still a noticeable benefit to pitting under the safety car. Strategy is a 2-stop. Safety car chance is historically 0%, so this is a very safe race. Well, if it's 0% chance, and that means there's never been a fucking safety car. So how would you know what the safety? I guess it's probably estimated. Whatever. Okay, and the fastest lap is a 92.2. Fine. Alright. So we have to pick our targets. I think Ricardo is capable of hitting 18th or better if he doesn't fucking crash. And Aerosmith, we are going to go for 20th place or better. So if both of our drivers get their goals, then we get a nice wee half mil.
Here in Shanghai, ahead of the Chinese Grand Prix. A visit to Shanghai International Circuit can only mean it's time for the Chinese Grand Prix. This state-of-the-art track combines high G-force corners with one of the longest straights on the calendar. And with space for up to 200,000 spectators, not a minute of action will be missed.
Don't forget, the schedule this weekend sees the drivers take to the track for
God, the
an
motion blur
all-out
is
sprint
so
race.
fucking bad
A
in
good
this.
opportunity to clinch some crucial championship points.
There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
Well, that's the introduction to Shanghai sorted. So the practice and qualifying is going to be very, very different for this. So on a normal race weekend, you get practice 1, practice 2, practice 3, but you only get one practice session on a sprint weekend. So because of that, I'm going to have both of my regular drivers in. I'm not going to put any of my development drivers in. But what we are going to do is we're going to go to car parts. So Ricardo has both the new front wing and rear wing, which is fine. Does Aerosmith? Okay, Aerosmith does as well. Okay, I thought Aerosmith didn't have the new rear wing, but I was obviously mistaken there. That's fine. So yeah, you can see because we're fairly new to these car components that we still have to build up car parts knowledge. But yeah, so we're kind of going to have to be... We're going to have to be pretty good with this. So we're going to manage this session. And we don't want to waste a single second. So we're going to get these guys out. Oh, hang on. I need to put myself in the... now I fit in with the UI. Okay, let's get Aerosmith out.
Radio check, can you hear me?
Fine.
Okay, radio check. Our radio is good.
So basically we're just going to time skip through this as far as possible, and we are going to try and build up the best goddamn setup that we fucking can, because we only get one go at this really, which is kind of no bueno. The other thing is you kind of lose your third run as well, because the way the game does confidence is a bit iffy. I'll show you what I mean when we get towards the end of this session. For just now, Iwasa's got a raging mechanical fault. That's a bit of an issue. But Ricardo is about to finish up his first run. There's yellows.
How is the balance, please?
We don't know why there was yellows. Logan Sargent had a spin.
Copy that.
Okay, Ricardo's in the pit lane. We're just waiting for Aerosmith to
Make sure you've got PT meter on, please.
get her last.
Stop in front of the garage. And
Is she
switch off.
going to get her last? No, she's not. Okay, fine. All right, let's edit this. Now we have to try and be as reasonable as we can with this, because we only realistically are going to get a couple of attempts at this. So this looks pretty okay. The braking stability I can change with toe. Okay, this isn't bad. Although I wonder if I just push a really extreme angle. Let's do a little bit more of this, and we'll wind this back a little bit. Okay, so we've pushed everything about as extreme as we're gonna get. This is probably not going to be very healthy for the car at all. But it will at least hopefully narrow down these numbers quite a lot more. The other thing I need to do, in terms of the run plan, we are 1.7 kilos per lap. Fine. Okay, so we're still waiting on Aerosmith. Come on, Aerosmith. Okay, there we go. taken her like 3 minutes more than Ricardo, which represents her lack of experience with Formula 1. And we're basically going to do the same thing again, although we do have a little bit more feedback about what Aerosmith actually wants. I don't want to change the camber yet, I want to change this. Let's just push this up all the way. Tweak that a little bit. Straight line performance. Let's tweak this rear wing. Fine. This is an intentionally dog shit setup, but it'll be good for letting us know what is good and what really isn't. Yellows again. Okay, the refit to Aerosmith's car is done, so let's get her out. Okay, everyone's still working away quite nicely. Cars go wee! Yeah, pretty much. This is a very important part, but there isn't really a great deal that happens here. Okay, we need to get Ricardo in. We're not gonna have much of a stab at this, unfortunately. Okay, let's reconfigure this. Okay, actually, this isn't bad, so we know exactly what... okay, let's just reset this in its entirety. So we know that our front wing performance is... We know exactly where we want that to be. Let's get the rear wing performance over here, and then we'll get the roll bar over there. Let's adjust this, and then we'll fine-tune it with camber. And then... Not unlike certain website, I can play with the toe to get the final result. Okay, this should be pretty good run. Ah, I should have fucking changed Ricardo's tires. Beans. Beans, beans, beans. I don't actually know how much tires he's got left. Fuck. Okay, let's get Aerosmith in. Does he have enough tire life on these tires? Oh, yeah, actually, he does. He actually does. Okay, these hard tires hold up pretty fucking good. Okay, Aerosmith is in with a 42% setup. Unfortunately, we don't quite know just as much about what setup she wants. Okay, cornering. I'm gonna have to adjust with the toe. Kind of want you out to here, and let's adjust the toe just a little bit more. Sorry, the camber a little bit more, and then we'll polish up the rest with the toe. Fine. Not very long of the session to go, so we're gonna go down to fucking 8 laps to go. Aerosmith is going to get barely any running out of this at all. This isn't actually going to be very good for Aerosmith, because I do need both of these cars to be in. Okay. Ricardo will get one more lap in. Or will he? No, I kind of want them. I kind of want both of our cars to come in here. So the reason why I am doing this specifically is because
You can come in. Box.
because of the way confidence works.
Okay.
So we've chatted about it before, about the way that track acclimatization, car familiarization, and setup familiarization all come together to give the driver confidence. But the one thing that the game only considers is it only considers a full setup. And you have to be on that setup when practice ends. So practice 3 for a normal race, or practice 1 for a sprint weekend, which is kind of frustrating. So I need to revert this, and we'll confirm it. Yeah, so it's kind of frustrating. So even though we know the setup, if we're not currently on that setup when the session finishes, then the driver won't get the confidence for it, which is going to hamper them in the race and whatnot. So that's kind of a bit of a shitty way that they do it, but it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, here comes Aerosmith, the little boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was a big fucking spark. Like fucking fireworks on the start of the straight. Okay, so let's change this over to the previous highest setup. Confirm. And then that'll be us ready to take the checkered flag. So this will give us only 40% confidence, but it's the best we're going to be able to do. So checkered flag is out. All cars are going to finish the one and only practice session of this event. Yeah, okay, Jesus Christ. Come on. Come on. I think you just need to wait for all cars to take the checkered flag. Right, here we go. We've all taken the checkered flag. Lewis Hamilton's apparently got a penalty. Oh yeah, it's from the crash last time out, isn't it? Fine. So yeah, you can see because of that, this is the driver preparation, 51%. So this is what makes this up. If we were still on what's considered an untested setup, it would be much lower. And driver preparation is only valid for the entire weekend, but only builds during practice. So yeah, okay. This is going to be a little bit rough. Of course, it can change over the course of the event, but...
Qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
Okay. So, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna change this. I think Ricardo is the one that we ended up just completely resetting this on. So the good news is that during a sprint, during qualifying, these numbers kind of improve very, very quickly. So I should be able to get a good feel for what I need. Yeah, that works. Let's change the toe. Yeah, so this number will change quite well. I think we have to use, medium tires for the sprint qualification. Let's go ahead and improve Raven's car as well. Quite happy with this. I do want to muck about with the traction a little bit. Might sort the toe there. Okay, we'll see how we go. So we have like roughly 40% setups for both of these cars. So let's go ahead and do qualifying. Why is sand called sand? Because it's between sea and land.
Fuck is green.
I can see that. Don't know how true that is, but okay. All right, let's just go ahead and let these guys cook. Now, sprints are not our strong suit because we need a longer race to really take advantage of shit that happens.
P1.
So I don't think we're going to do very well in the qualifying. So let's get our cars in. You can see we're tumbling down the order, which is not entirely unexpected. What I want is for our cars to get back into the pit lane, which they're now currently doing. So if I am lightning fucking fast lightning fast, I should be able to assess these guys' setups and then get them back out on the track in time for the next thing. So car setup. So we went from 42 to 88%. So the thing that we need to polish up. Oh. Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. Okay, fine. Ricardo, you've got an 88%. You've got an 88% setup. And Aerosmith, we got to 83%. So we've doubled their setup performance. But that's effectively gonna be it. So anyway, let's just get them back out. We'll give them another stab at it. Hamilton hasn't set a lap yet. He's going to be faster than us. I suspect both RB Racings are going to end up faster than us. And maybe the Alpine? Oh, Jesus Christ. We went right out into fucking Hamilton. Sorry, Hamilton. At least you set a fat lap. A fat lap? A fucking fast lap. He said, oh, Jesus Christ. If I was Hamilton, I would be shitting my pantaloons right about now. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's see what we can do. So Ricardo, it's slower, it's still slower. Yeah, okay, it's a dog shit lap from Ricardo. Let's see, can Aerosmith do anything? Nope. So it's going to be onto the gods of fate to see if anyone else can do anything. So we'll need to be watching these four here. A fat lap, like a fast lap, only with curvier racing lines. I didn't run wide, I just took a fat lap. Alright, so Magnussen has gone faster. I don't get to see what our fastest laps are, but I'm going to go out on a limb and guess it's much faster than us. So Zhao and Magnussen are on good laps here. Have to see what these numbers say. But, you know, I'm just gonna yoink. Okay. Oh, everyone's on good laps here, Jesus. But Magnussen doesn't improve. He might be doing 2 fast laps at once, though. Oh, we might actually be getting into Q2 here. That is unexpected. Yeah, okay, only Magnussen can beat us if he's on another fast lap. But... no, even then. No, we're in Q2. We're absolutely in Q2. Okay, that's it. We are in... Okay. Alright. Aerosmith is stone dead last, but we're going to have one more stab at this. Alright. Okay. Oh, we got a new set of medium tires. Okay. We'll try and get 2 laps in. Oh, hang on a minute. What's this? Oh. Huh. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go for this then. Okay, let's get Ricardo. We only get 10 minutes for this session, so I want Ricardo out right fucking now. Because that is going to be our only hope for getting 2 laps under our belt. I'm just going to skip through this because we've got a lot of racing to get through today. So we'll just skip through this. Ricardo is going to be the first to set a hot lap, so he's going to go purple, but that isn't going to stand. And indeed, we go tumbling down that order. So we're 13th. We've actually gained 1 position from what we did before. We'll definitely take that for free. Let's go ahead and get 1 more run under our belt. And we're going to try and get another lap in. Oh, we got out just in fucking time, I reckon. So we've got nobody in front of us except Russell, who might be close enough to give us a little bit of a tow. But it's no improvement from Daniel Ricciardo. We did get beaten. Okay, we got beaten by everyone. Fuck. Okay, so we okay, 16th place. Fine. It is what it is. Okay. So the idea of a sprint race is effectively that there is no planned pit stops. So for the sprint, we're going to start in 16th place for Ricciardo and 22nd place for Raven Aerosmith. We're not going to underfuel our cars.
Hello and welcome as our Grand Prix weekend continues, and the sprint will soon be upon us. Of course, this is the first sprint of the season, adding an extra challenge for the drivers and their teams. But as ever, in Formula One, an extra challenge is an extra opportunity.
The big draw today is the opportunity to grab some extra championship points. After all, they could make the difference when the season comes to a close.
Well, it's not too long now until the sprint around Shanghai, where we'll see who comes out on top.
All right, we're back. Also, hi Mono. I didn't realize it was you because there's currently 3 people in chat that have that what show on my screen as pink usernames. So it was only when I was taking a minute to look around that I was like, oh no. Okay, so the weather's going to be dry. Let's go ahead and see what we are working with here. So this is 19 lap race. Can we change our car setup? We can change the front wing angle, but I don't want to. Fine. Can we actually, oh, I could do hard. Here's a dumb question. If I do hard and do this. Yeah, 34. No, okay, that's still faster. But what if I do this? Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, fine. I don't think there's anything I'm gonna be able to do with this at all. Okay, let's start the sprint of the Chinese Grand Prix. Faded salmon. God damn it, Mono.
Here we go, the sprint in Shanghai. And it's lights out, and away we go.
I just realized I forgot to set my fucking drivers up. Okay, attack, push, deploy, attack, push, deploy. Fuck, I totally forgot to set all of this up. Beans and buggeration. Okay, well, Ricciardo's apparently made up a place. We're into 15th place for Daniel Ricciardo.
Just try to defend as we can.
Alright, I forgot to put this back up. And Aerosmith is still riding the struggle bus at the very, very end. Gasly gets past Aerosmith, which is interesting given that she was last. But Ricciardo is going to be where we are. So in the sprint race, only the top 8 get points. So the chances of us being able to get up that high are, let's just say, charitably impossible. So we are coming around now into the, it's not really much of a hairpin, isn't it? It's more of a kind of bulbous attachment to the circuit. And Ricciardo has really dropped back from Valtteri Bottas. This is one thing that we've quite often seen when Bottas and Ricciardo are like position on position in the track, is they have this cat and mouse game where Bottas is almost always faster than Ricciardo initially, but oh Jesus Christ, that was close. Jesus. So Bottas is almost always faster than Ricciardo initially, but then he can't make overtakes happen, which then, you know, disturbs his confidence, which then allows Ricciardo to catch up. Although in this specific case, we have been overtaken by Logan Sargent in what was a very ballsy maneuver. Is that Y2 where you start get... Wait, whoa, what? Is that Y2 you start getting past P10 and Y3 where you getting... Huh? Mono? Huh? I'm confuzzled. Okay, let's come off of the tire use a little bit and cool down these tires somewhat. Because we're now going to be in this for the Hall of the Long variety. And I guess we just kind of have to see where
Okay,
we
maximum
can...
focus on cooling down those rear tires.
Where we can try and make up ground. Now the benefit is, unlike the first lap, the second lap is going to be the first lap where we get a hold of some DRS technology. So Logan Sargent is not very far in front of Daniel Ricciardo at all. We are going to be able to pull out the DRS when we get into the detection zone. So there's two incredibly long straights here at Shanghai. We're approaching the first one with the DRS open. Ricciardo is absolutely sniffing the taint of Sargent, but decides against making a pass, which on one hand doesn't give him a position, but on the other hand does set him up to have the DRS coming into the start-finish straight, which is going to, that's the trigger point, and the DRS opens now. Sargent does have DRS of his own compared to Ocon, although Ocon has just broken that toe now, so hopefully this lap is going to be the lap that Ricciardo can try and find a way past Logan Sargent as they come through the kind of yin-yang opening complex of the Shanghai lap. Aerosmith, interestingly, who is normally drops well back from the car in front until later in the race, and she's actually managed to stick right to the back of Pierre Gasly, which is quite interesting for her. At the front of the race, Verstappen and Perez are fighting nearly neck and neck.
I don't think we can do much more.
You're okay, Ricciardo.
Just head down.
So Ricciardo tried an overtake on merit, going through the high-speed curves. But now we're going to have the DRS zone. He's trying to get past. He might find a way past. In fact, he does. This isn't ideal because this is going to give Sargent... This is going to give Sargent the DRS here. Although Ricciardo did get a good run compared to Sargent. That was a pretty ballsy maneuver, but Logan Sargent is going to have the DRS to catch back up to the back of Daniel Ricciardo. Back up to the back. There are too many backs in that fucking sentence. Jesus Christ. Hibble, what you doing? Yeah, Sargent is absolutely sniffing Ricciardo's taint right now. We're also out of battery, so this is going to be something that we want to keep a hold of. We're going to go to neutral ERS use for the moment. Oh, and Aerosmith finds a way past Pierre Gasly.
We're watching the action closely here. There's the opening.
So that's a nice straightforward DRS pass on Pierre Gasly, getting Aerosmith up into 21st position. Year 2 and year 3, I see. To be honest, Mono, I've never actually got to year 2 in this because of various technical issues that have forced me to restart. Here, with the DRS, comes Sargent trying to get past Daniel Ricciardo. Sargent is going to be pushed onto the outside line, but that is going to give Sargent the inside line for the next corner. They're still neck and neck. That was a bit risky from Ricciardo, but Ricciardo does find a way past. Sargent having to slow down to avoid being pushed hella wide and losing a place to Yuki Tsunoda. That was a bit if I was a race steward, I would be having a close look at that one from Ricciardo. I was going to stay here and support, but you're at work and Twitch just gave you 7 ads in a row. Have a good stream. Hopefully you can join again later. Yeah, sorry slightly. Unfortunately Twitch does mandate, what is it, like 3 minutes of ads for every hour. I try to lessen that to 2 minutes every 40 minutes, but it's either that or like Twitch just gives you like the full fucking 3 minutes in one block. So sorry about that, but it is a necessity of Twitch life, unfortunately. We are now 15 laps to go, so we're 4 laps in, 15 laps to go. Ricciardo is holding off against Logan Sargent and the absolute gang of RB cars that are behind him, but we aren't making any progress towards Esteban Ocon, who is next up the road. Aerosmith has caught up to the back of Zhao, though, who has been burning his tires. So overtake potential on Zhao and Magnussen later in the race. This is for sure. In fact, Aerosmith might have been having a wee look just now. Let's see if she can do anything of it. We're just finishing the yin-yang complex that starts this race. We're now coming into the fairly open complex that is the middle part of the Shanghai lap. She is right on the back of Zhao. She may attempt an overtake when the speed starts to pick up a little bit, but if not, she's definitely going to be able to have a good run at it, depending on the DRS zone. Let's see how close she can get to the back of Zhao. We're half a second behind, actually. She's dropped back probably a little bit too much, and Gasly is right on the back of her. So we are going to get the DRS coming into the back straight, which is going to be in approximately 8 seconds. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, Gasly is right over the back of Aerosmith. Jesus Christ. DRS is going to open. Hopefully this is going to give Aerosmith a chance to close up on Zhao just a little bit more. She's actually got quite a good run on Zhao, who does not have the DRS. In fact, she's going for the inside. Ooh. Bit of a bouncy overtake, but it is an overtake. Aerosmith moves up into 20th position. There we go. There we go. While we watch it happen, I won't put us through the replay. And not only has Aerosmith got past, but actually she's pulled out half a second on Zhao already. So that's pretty good going. Up at Ricciardo's fight, Ricciardo is almost a second to the good of Yuki Tsunoda, and has taken out half a second on Ocon in front. So this is good performance from both of our drivers. What are the tyre rules for the sprint? So the sprint doesn't have the same tyre rules as the main race mono. You are only required to use one compound. You can choose between the medium or the hard. It's designed so that the soft will not last the full length of the race. So yeah, the medium or the hard. There is no scheduled pit stop. You are free to pit. But the sprint race is designed so that no pitting is required effectively. Jesus Christ, Yuki Tsunoda is right on the back of Daniel Ricciardo. Seems to be a bit of a cat and mouse game going on. The good news is Ricciardo has got close enough to Esteban Ocon that Ricciardo now has DRS. This is going to allow him to try and pull up to Esteban Ocon, and importantly, hopefully get away from Yuki Tsunoda, who is behind. Bottas is putting in good work. He has overtaken Albon to get up into 12th place, and Aerosmith unfortunately has lost a place to Zhao. Let's see how that happened. So this looks like it's a DRS pass. She tried to defend. She did her one defensive maneuver. If you're attacking, you can change position as many times as you want. If you are blocking, you are only allowed to make one defensive maneuver. That is the rules for not just Formula 1, but a lot of motorsport. Don't you have to start the main race on the set that you used in the sprint? No, Mono. No, you don't. So the way it works for the races is the same as... It follows the qualifying rules. So for those that go out in Q1 and Q2, you have free choice of what tires you start on. If you make it to Q3, then you have to go out on the tires that you did your qualifying lap on. But yeah, you do get free choice. Oh, sorry. I was alt tab for a second, but Aerosmith is side by side with Zhao. Okay. Who got the DRS there? It was Aerosmith! Oh, Aerosmith pulled an absolute blinder. She overtook Zhao having taken the DRS detection, so she gets the DRS and Zhao doesn't. And that's going to let her pull half a second out. That was some good racing from Aerosmith, and I fucking missed it. Meanwhile, up in the Ricciardo front, Ricciardo did unfortunately lose some ground to Ocon. We're now beyond the 1 second gap, with Yuki Tsunoda still being right on our back end. Elsewhere in the race, we're approximately halfway through. We're just coming up on halfway through, in fact. We have Perez in the lead of this race, who has stolen that from Max Verstappen, who remains right on his tail. In fact, both Red Bulls are going to be side by side. See if we can't grab some wee cheeky screens. Oh, and Verstappen takes it back on the DRS zone, but Perez is going to have the next DRS zone. So they're going to come through the detection coming into the start-finish straight. So detection is here. We're going to see Perez's DRS open. Can he do anything on his teammate Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen tries one way, tries the other, but can't make it work. Unfortunately for this lap, Perez is going to have to take second place. Both of our Red Bull drivers are 5 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc, who is in third place, fighting off from Lando Norris. Yuki Tsunoda has overtaken Daniel Ricciardo. It's probably going to be a DRS pass. Indeed it is. So Tsunoda's DRS is open. He just slips down the inside. Ricciardo thought about braking, but it was a bit of a lunge, just almost a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. Woo! And let's see if Daniel Ricciardo can find a way past Yuki Tsunoda. I still think this battle is tightening up quite a fair bit. I think this is going to be an interesting fight come a little bit further on. So we had Norris in 4th place, Hamilton is in 5th, fighting off Oscar Piastri and Carlos Sainz. George Russell in 8th, who is 3 seconds to the good from Lance Stroll. Alonso behind in 10th, with Bottas on his own, and Albon currently fighting off against Nico Hülkenberg for 12th place, and Hülkenberg comes out on top, so a little bit of a switch of position there. We have Ocon down in 14th, who is a little bit ahead of Yuki Tsunoda, but still very much in the danger zone, and Tsunoda is in the danger zone from Daniel Ricciardo. Iwasa is a second and a half behind Ricciardo, so not really posing a challenge for the moment, and Logan Sargent is currently on his Starman, 3 seconds behind Iwasa and 2 seconds in front of Magnussen. Aerosmith is in 20th place, desperately trying to chase down Kevin Magnussen, but second and a half to the good with 10 laps to go. I think it remains to be seen how that was going to pan out, with Gasly and Zhao rounding up the tail end of the field. Perez is desperately trying to find a way past during this opening complex of the lap, but can't really make it work. And Ricciardo suddenly finds himself in an interesting position. We're right on the back of Yuki Tsunoda. Oh no, hang on, it's not changed at all. I've just forgotten who's where. I don't think I'd be a very good race commentator, although Mono will probably shout at me for that. Oh, Tsunoda has caught right up to the back to Esteban Ocon. This fight is going to give Daniel Ricciardo the chance to catch up. That's a nice view there. Oop. I do like the visuals of this game. Could definitely be a smidgen, you know, a smidgen less blurry, but yeah, it is a pretty game, that is for sure. So Yuki Tsunoda is currently engaging in a bit of a fight for 14th place from Esteban Ocon, and Daniel Ricciardo is just sitting in the sidelines, pondering what he can do about this situation. Zhao in last place has developed a mechanical issue. Can we get on any insights as to what it is?
Some vibration on the rears.
So some vibrations is all we know. That could be a braking fault, but that'll hopefully mean he will not be a factor in trying to overtake Aerosmith again. So as it stands, Ricciardo is currently the position where he started, but Aerosmith has actually gained up 2 place. How's her confidence doing? Her confidence is probably higher than I'd expect it to be. Then so's Ricciardo's. Ricciardo's quite pleased with his race performance so far. We've once again dropped off the back of Yuki Tsunoda, and this is the kind of like backwards and forwards thing that we tend to see from Daniel Ricciardo. He tends to be like right on the back of his competitors, and then he'll just drop a second to the good, and then he'll make it up like that, and then just drop right off again. So, you know, there's that. Is there any other interesting battles going on? So the battle for 5th place is still... Oh, yellows. Why is there yellows? Oh, reds. Ricciardo.
Okay.
Ricciardo, my boy. What happened
Let's see
there?
what happened there. Okay, so heading into turn 1 here.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's where they hit the wall. And they'll have to pick themselves up after that.
Oh, no. So that looked like Ricciardo got into the side.
The team glued to
Of
the
a-
monitors and
Oh, no,
watching
it's a
their hopes
Wassa.
crumble away.
Was it Owasa? I don't know. It looked like Ricciardo was behind. If I was a betting woman, I would possibly suggest that Daniel Ricciardo was the cause of that. Oh, Ricciardo is still intact? Huh? Okay. Ricciardo is probably going to have some fucking damage though. We will be free to put on some new tires. So let's put on some fucking softs. Fuck it. Why not at this point? I was curious there because the inter was lit up and I was like, yeah, I don't want to put on some inters in the fucking dry. Okay, so in the pits we are so we've got 20 minutes. So let's do this one. So this is Daniel Ricciardo. How is this car doing? There's no obvious damage. Oh fuck it, let's see. Okay, so for you, we're also gonna put softs on. So this is a no-brainer choice. Watch us get a penalty for this though, and Ricciardo gets absolutely thunder cunted to the rear of the grid.
Now the sprint can resume.
Okay, so we have less than 10 laps to go. The red lights are on once again for the 2nd time.
And it's lights out. And away
Everyone's
we go.
gone. Everyone's gone onto the fucking subs. Okay, let's just fucking push. Let's push.
Let's lift off, please.
So no penalties. Racing stewards have decided. Sorry, the stewards have decided it was a racing incident between Ricciardo and Iwasa, and Ricciardo straight away makes up a place by pushing Ocon wide. We'll absolutely take that for fucking free. And Aerosmith, Jesus Christ, Aerosmith is in the middle of an absolute gigangang. Look at this. Look at this. So yeah, very unexpected red flag. Oh, Aerosmith very almost tried to take that 3 wide there. Jesus Christ.
Our next one is Hülkenberg.
And Ricciardo overtakes Yuki Tsunoda. Okay, so
Now
Ricciardo
this
is
was the
putting in
7th
work.
corner. The gap opens up for them.
Ricciardo is very much putting in some work during this opening lap. We have gained, what, 13th place? It's 3 positions we have gained. Started 16th, currently 13th. So this is a huge run from Daniel Ricciardo. With the amount of laps to go, I'm just going to keep all of this on full deploy. Like, why the fuck not? So if we do strategy, if we just eat tires like a motherfucker, yeah, we're gonna get to the end of this race. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. I'm happy with this. Fine. So yeah, let's just eat tires like nobody's business. Let's eat ERS and eat fuel as much as we can. Let's just try and stick this. Ricciardo overtake! Ricciardo! My boy, what are you doing?
Daniel Ricciardo.
What are you doing, Ricciardo?
The opportunity begging to be taken.
Jesus, Ricciardo is putting in work in this
Up to
opening
12th,
lap.
Sniffing at those points places.
Goodness gracious. So Ricardo is side by side with Valtteri Bottas, and Valtteri Bottas was miles up the road, and now he may potentially lose out on a position to Daniel Ricciardo, having been knocked off of the track in a collision with Iwasa. Daniel Ricciardo, and he's up into 11th. My God, why is this not a points race? All we need is like 3 cars to dunt themselves off, and we would get points from this. We would get points from this. Most importantly, though, like we're ahead of all of our competitors, so being this low in the points, like points counts for a lot, but if you're even on points, then it does go to race finishes. So this is going to be huge for us in the Constructors World Championships. He heard what you said about no points until P8 and took it personally. Yeah, he did. Look at him, he's peak. He is hard stuck on peak performance. Look at this boy go. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile. Meanwhile, Aerosmith is riding the struggle bus. Ricardo is right. Oh no, that was Aerosmith. Jesus Christ. Okay, Ricardo unfortunately has dropped back to the Aston Martins. Aston Martins are just too sweet a prize, I think. We're now down to 5 laps to go. I don't think we're really gonna be able to make much of this. I'm gonna cool down the tires somewhat though, because I'm kind of cautious of everybody holding on to tire life more than we are. Daniel Ricciardo blocks Valtteri Bottas, who has the DRS. Bottas goes to the outside of the corner. That's going to give him the inside for the next corner, so this is a good run. Ricciardo backs out of it, which isn't a dumb idea, because this is going to give Ricciardo the DRS, so if he can get a good run onto the back of Bottas, we might get our wish. We got yellows. Yellows in Sector 1. We're in Sector 3, so still yellows.
Yellow flag here.
And it's Kevin Magnussen who's spun me right round, baby right round. Whee! Oh no, okay, hang on, where's Magnussen? Oh, it's behind us. Wait, what? Huh? Kevin Magnussen. Has it already resolved itself? Because it looked like there was a real... Yeah, okay. Fine. Okay. Oh, yellows again? What for this time? I wonder if it was Magnussen spinning again. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda had lockup. Jesus Christ, everybody is riding the struggle bus. Also, Aerosmith's found a way past Gasly at some point. No idea how that happened. But that's not too shabby at all. Dang. I kind of got excited by the yellow flags there, because as much as I don't want our competitors to... fail, getting to 8th place would be a really bold achievement in a sprint race. However, Bottas has overtaken us again, which isn't ideal. And Ricciardo is riding a struggle bus just a little bit, trying to keep behind him. We're desperately trying to kill off these tires. Yeah, I do want to keep some life in the... you know, well... Fuck it, you know what, I don't really care. We got 3 laps to... Yeah, we got 3 laps to go, I don't care, just burn what your mama gave you. In second place, Charles Leclerc has taken the fastest lap, and he's taken the lead of this sprint race from Max Verstappen. The red flag has been very good to him, because he didn't have a chance without that red flag. So Charles Leclerc, with 3 laps to go, takes the lead of the sprint from Max Verstappen, followed by Perez. Sainz is 2 seconds off the pace in 4th, being absolutely hounded down by Lando Norris. Ah, beans. Down in our neck of the woods, unfortunately. Ricardo has lost a position to Nico Hülkenberg, which is ever so slightly frustrating. That does look like it could have been a DRS pass, but Ricardo is trying to get past. This is on merit. There's no DRS here. We're in the middle high-speed complex section. Our 2 cars are side by side, and Ricardo gets the position back. Holy hell. Ricardo back on that peak performance. Here's hoping we can use that to try and catch up to the back of Valtteri Bottas. Let's see who else is fighting. Hamilton's on his own. Russell is fighting off from Oscar Piastri. Stroll's on his own. Alonso on his own. Bottas is kind of on its own. Ricciardo is trying to hunt him down. He is fighting off of Nico Hülkenberg. Yuki Tsunoda's mechanical faults have worsened. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
No, it doesn't. So we're none the wiser of what it is, other than it's probably serious, according to our race engineers. Oh, Hülkenberg is right on the back of Daniel Ricciardo. He goes to the inside. Ricciardo bucks to the inside. Hülkenberg tries the outside. They're overlapping. Who's going to get what? It's going to be hard to see. Hülkenberg tries the outside. He goes onto the grass. He wasn't actually pushed wide. There was space for him, so if I was the steward, I would be quite happy with that one. Hülkenberg's going to have the DRS again, but is he going to be able to get the run on Daniel Ricciardo? It looks like a pretty good run, but Hülkenberg can't decide which position he wants to go on. Tries the inside, switches to the outside, but has to back out of it, and this puts him right back into the clutches of Esteban Ocon. Charles Leclerc, who still has the fastest lap of this race, is now 2 seconds to the good from Max Verstappen. This red flag restart has been incredibly good for him. Jesus Christ. Perez and Verstappen are fighting for second place, and Norris is very slowly starting to catch up this battle here. In fourth place, and Sainz is close, within DRS, but not close enough that he can really make anything happen. Hamilton 2 seconds adrift, still fighting off Oscar Piastri. Everyone else is on their own until we get to Daniel Ricciardo, who is still trying to fight off of Hülkenberg. Although Ricciardo is now a second to the good, so that'll hopefully give him some freedom, with Ocon hounding down Hülkenberg, which hopefully means those two will fight and then drift off of the back of Daniel Ricciardo. Albon's wounded Williams is in 15th, and Tsunoda's wounded RB Racing in 16th. Sargent 17th, Magnussen 18th, and Aerosmith is trying to find a way past Aerosmith as Gasly tries to catch up to the back of her. Ricciardo is flirting with the points finish in the main race. Maybe. This is weird performance for us. This is really weird performance for us.
2 more laps.
So unfortunately, Hülkenberg has now been overtaken by Esteban Ocon, who just absolutely fucking Hail Marys it past Daniel Ricciardo. That's unfortunate. That's real unfortunate.
This is my pace.
Let's see how that happened. Watch this for an absolute Hail Mary. Jesus Christ.
Awesome.
God, Ocon looked like he didn't even hit the fucking brake pedal there. Jesus Christ. But Ricciardo is right on the tail of Ocon, so hopefully we can take that place back. I think the 11th place that we got up to was a good effort from Ricciardo, but I don't think we're going to get it back within the next lap and a half. We'll definitely have to see. Aerosmith is right on the rear end of Kevin Magnussen. In fact, she's going side by side with him. She's going for the inside line down the corner, and she's going to try and steal the position, but Magnussen's going to come back at her. She gives plenty of racing room, which is going to give her the inside for the next corner. They're coming into the mini straight, which is going to allow her to capitalize on that overtake. Let's see how it happened again.
Closely here. Can they squeeze by?
They can. They can. That was a very, very good overtake from Aerosmith. But here's the question. In the DRS zone, is she going to be able to hold it at all? This is the question. We're going to see the rear wing of Kevin Magnussen's car open. He got a good run. He's got a really good run on Aerosmith, actually. Even without the DRS, this would probably be an overtake. And he is going to have the DRS. This is going to be an overtake for sure. And Aerosmith has no choice but to filter in behind him. That was a phenomenal run from Kevin Magnussen there. Yeah, and can't even be mad about that one. That was entirely fair enough. But Aerosmith get over what? Did I misspeak? Aerosmith's going to have the DRS on Kevin Magnussen coming down the start-finish straight, but he is unbelievably faster than her. Oh, having said that, he does fuck up this corner, and Aerosmith does get right onto the back of her, and Ricciardo is right on the back of Esteban Ocon. So both cars are just about to come into the high-speed complex that is the middle of this lap. Ricciardo is desperately trying to find a way past. Tries the outside, doesn't work. Tries the inside, doesn't work. Outside again, inside again, still doesn't work. He's trying his hardest, but he is riding the struggle bus like a professional. His best hope now is to keep on the back of Esteban Ocon as they come down the mini straight.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
Had a good run there, Ricciardo. All you need to do is a good run out the bell end, because it's not really a hairpin. So coming out of the bell end, unfortunately, it's not a good run for Daniel Ricciardo. He is still going to have the DRS, and he is gaining slightly and slowly. So it's going to be down to car performance here to see if he can make something happen. Hulkenberg curiously doesn't have DRS. I wonder if that was an issue. Jesus Christ, why is Ricciardo so friggin' slow? We've got one corner to go. Is Ricciardo going to be able to do anything in the final corner of the sprint race? A good run at the bell end? No, okay, he can't. So the 13th place. A 13th place finish for us. And a 19th place finish for Aerosmith. So a very unexpected boon in performance for both of our drivers. Both of them gaining, well, Aerosmith gained, actually no, both of our drivers gained 3 places, yeah, okay. Alright, I'll take that. I will very much take that.
The competition out there was certainly tough today, and it leaves many coming away from the sprint empty-handed.
Yep, and with a P19 finish, they'll need to pick themselves up after that.
My microphone's off. So taking stock of that race, Charles Leclerc gained 3 places to take victory of that race. And one thing I didn't even notice was that Lando Norris actually overtook Sergio Perez for 3rd. Let's see. So down at the potato end of the grid, yep, Daniel Ricciardo gained 3 places to take 13th. Hulkenberg lost 3, Albon lost 3, Tsunoda gained 2, Sargent lost 2. And then yeah, lots of gains around, and Iwasa absolutely binned it, causing a red flag. Now it's time for qualifying.
We're moving on now to the all-important qualifying session.
The Shanghai International Circuit is notoriously tough on tyres, so expect to see that factor into the team's strategies as they deal with this busy schedule.
Good. They were the same person.
How do you think he's feeling?
They set a great lap in practice, so you can only imagine how good they're
They were
feeling
the
going
exact
into
same
qualifying.
fucking person.
But the big question is, will they be able to keep this performance up?
Is there so few character models in
And with
this?
that, let's get back onto the track.
That was silly. Don't be shitting on twins, Hibble. I was gonna say it's really weird for like twins to be in the same place, but actually my place of work, which will not be named, actually has twins that work in it, and it's weird. It's fucking weird. They're identical twins as well. So, okay, let's see what we can do with this. I'm kind of loath to change anything. So we're now going into normal qualifying performance. Let's try the rear wing down it here, which is going to mean we adjust the front wing up a little bit. We'll tweak tire camber. Might tweak this actually. Oh, that's a bit dog shit. Tweak tire camber again. I think I'm gonna risk this setup. So we're changing two things here. We'll have to see how we go. If we get this wrong, we fucked up Ricardo's race. But we're definitely ready for qualifying. Let's do something similar with Aerosmith. We'll tweak the front wing back. Let's use the camber to adjust this. And let's play with the toe. Okay. Alright, hopefully this is going to improve for both of our drivers. Are you sure you want to manage this session? I absolutely am. So send out and send out. So we're just going to time skip through this. Again, we've got quite a lot of racing to get through today. So let's just time skip through this. Both of our drivers are out.
You need to stay negative in your in-lap, please.
Jesus Christ. Ricardo was 3 seconds slower than Aerosmith? That's fucking wild. Also, Zhao's crashed. How the fuck did such a thing happen?
This was on the straight.
How'd you crash on the fucking straight?
And
Oh, it's gonna be
unable to do
Piastri.
anything about that crash. And that's a tough one to take for both driver and the car.
See, that looks like what we would call an iRacing and netcode crash, where they
crew
don't
watching on
actually
in the
hit,
garage.
but the system detects that they hit. So is this Reds? No, okay, both cars are going. Oh, Zhao is suitably out, as is... Well, I'm surprised Piastri didn't take any damage there. Fine, so drivers are going to come in. Let's reconfigure them. So let's see what the setup ended to. 93%. Okay, so that's a gain of 5 for Ricardo. I'm definitely happy with that. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with that. Fine. I want to keep 2 sets of tires. Let's move on to a set of softs here. Actually, no. I kind of want to keep the softs for this set of softs for later. So let's confirm. An 86%. Okay, so actually this didn't do much. These changes did get a 3% boost. But yeah, okay, fine. That's all it's gonna be. Okay, let's get our cars out again. I don't think they're going to be able to put in a better lap. Jesus Christ, that's a fucking weirdly good lap from Aerosmith. Oh, and Ricardo pulls out P11 as well. Okay, alright. And Aerosmith still goes faster. Aerosmith, what are you doing? Where's this pace coming from? Where is this pace coming from Aerosmith? This is wild. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we'll get our guys in the pit again, and we're going to get one more run out of this. We'll do it on fresh rubber, and we'll see if they can eke out anything else. Both of our drivers did faster time on scrub tires. Jesus. Okay, let's reconfigure. So, new set of soft tires. Let's get prepared. I think this is probably going to be a good time to go out, to be honest. Try and get ahead of the crowds. Assuming we don't get fucked up by traffic, mind you. That could be a bit of a sticking point. But there is a non-zero possibility, guys, that we might have both cars in Q2. Out of who could possibly go faster than us, everyone here is a firm maybe. Everyone above us can definitely go faster, but everyone else is a maybe. Jesus Christ, this might actually quietly end up being a bit of a good result for us. Both of our drivers' race performance is confidence is very, very high. So let's just make sure. So here we go. So looking at the mini-map, which you guys can't see because my face is in the way. Ricardo is coming around the final corner. I need to see if anyone's going to come out that pit lane. It doesn't look like anyone's going to come out the pit lane just now. So Ricardo is going to have a clean run at this, which is ideal. Aerosmith is ever so slightly in the dirty air of someone. But yeah, this does look like this is going to be a pretty good result for us. I'm glad we focused on the wings. All it's going to take now is for our drivers to actually, you know, do the work. Put in better performances. And Ricardo goes faster in the first sector here. Let's see how we're working. Aerosmith does not. Second sector for Ricardo is faster again. Ricardo's feeling on fire. It's not faster for Aerosmith. So Aerosmith is going to have to pull something good out of the bag in order to gain position. But Ricardo is going to have to really fuck up here, such as with traffic, in order to... Okay, so we gain some places for Ricardo. Aerosmith does not gain anything, unfortunately. So Aerosmith is in danger. We'll have to see what the others do. Let's go to 4X. I think it's actually going to be a struggle for some of these people to overtake us. The RBs probably will. The Williams probably will. I'm not sure about Gasly. I'm not sure about the Saab or Bottas. Jesus Christ. So Iwasa's got a good lap. That pushes Aerosmith down. Tsunoda's going to be the next one to finish. Oh wow, Tsunoda goes 4th in this session. It's going to be on Sargent. Sargent pushes Aerosmith out, but not Ricardo. So we're into Q2. We are into Q2 with one car. So Aerosmith is going to start the main race in 17th place. The game crashed. We did so fucking well and the game crashed. Are you fucking shitting me? We did so fucking... We did so well, guys. We did so well. Oh, that was fucking devastating.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm usually far more composed. I'm just a little bit absolutely livid.
That is exactly how I'm feeling right now. That is exactly how I'm feeling right now. I was gonna say, do I not have some appropriate emotes for this? Oh, I would do if my fucking chat thing worked. I think I have to do this. I think I have to do this actually on Twitch. Oh, I can't use my fucking emotes. Oh fuck. All right, where does it put us? It's gonna put us at the start of qualifying, isn't it? This is the first time I've ever had this game crash. Oh no. So it does. It didn't. Fuck a dick. Okay, I need to remember what changes I fucking made to this setup now. Let's change the traction. Let's change the rear wing. Let's change the fucking front wing. Let's change the front wing again. Let's change the tire camber. It's a bit of a bugger. Boom. And let's go playing about with tow. Oh, no, actually, that's a really fucking shit thing, actually. Okay, I think the camber needs to be a lot further down, and we'll use the front wing to get up there, and then let's play with toes again. Oh, I've kind of fucked this up, actually. play about with the camber again. Try here. And then... Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Ah, it's so fucking frustrating, honestly. Fuck. Jings, Crivens, and help my Bob. Okay, let's bring you up to there, and then let's fuck about with the tire camber. Oh, that really fucks up the traction, doesn't it? Yeah, that really fucks up the traction. Yeesh, I don't know if I like that, actually. Okay, let's revert this. I was about to comment that... Oh. You were about to comment that the music was getting more dramatic as the end of the session approached, and you looked down to take notes on good performance. Yeah, I was literally writing my starting positions for the race. The background images started appearing, and you were so confused. Yeah. Can you watch the VOD back while you're still alive? I mean, I can. Yeah. I don't know if you can. I think you can, actually. I think you can. The way you do it, I think, is if you go to my... I think if you go to the home page and don't click on where it says live, but go to latest videos, it will show you the stream that's in progress, but it'll allow you to watch it as a VOD. You can grab your settings from it. Oh no, that's far too much work. That's far too much work. Jesus Christ. No, it's not a bad idea, but no. Okay, let's try doing this without playing about with the toes. I think that's gonna be a shout. Let's adjust the camber, and then I think this is risky as fuck, but let's fucking try it. Alright, let's do qualifying. Let's try this fucking again. Jesus Christ. Watch us get nowhere near as good as that. Yeah. I've done this. I'm not doing a cutscene. Ooh, our cars are out together. That's that was an unintended frustration click.
Make sure you stay negative on your way.
Bitch, ammo was negative.
On charge on right away, please.
Okay, understood.
Bitch, I got depression. I'm always negative. Yellows. Okay, Sergeant has a lockup this time. We're gonna stay in the same set of tires. Same for you. Send out. Oh, Ricardo actually did a good lap. His fastest lap was 1.5 slower than the leader before.
Okay, that's P6.
So, not faster from Ricardo, but Aerosmith is going to be faster. It looks like she's going to be faster. Let's see how much faster it is. So, she's 1.9 slower than the leader. And she's now 1.4 slower than the leader. Huh. Okay, let's get our cars in. Let's get the freshest of rubber on our guys. Okay, Ricardo goes out, and Aerosmith, fresh rubber. I don't actually think we're going to need anything more on that one. It's a shame you can't do saves mid-session. That is a slight embuggerance. Also, I'm looking... hang on, I need to move the fucking window. Okay, so our drivers are coming out. Let's hope they don't get into traffic, because that would be certified no bueno. So Ricardo is coming down the start-finish straight. It looks like 3 people are going to come out in the pits in front of him. Can we get past them all? We can. This is good. I don't know that Aerosmith... Oh, no, that was Aerosmith. Oh, Aerosmith. Okay, right. Okay, fine. Both of our drivers are in the clear. Both of our drivers are in the clear, so it's going to be down to our drivers to see if they can make the good of it. So Ricardo now has a faster sector, 2 faster sectors. Aerosmith is riding the struggle bus, and what's Ricardo able to do? He goes faster again.
And that's currently P9.
So up to P9.
If we're safe.
So Ricardo, I think, is definitely safe. Aerosmith is not safe.
Okay.
Aerosmith is not safe. In fact, I can guarantee you that Aerosmith is going to be out. Let's just time skip through this one. So our drivers are going to come in here. Aerosmith's at 16th place, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 20th. Well, what was a 17th place is now 20th. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo actually got pretty close to getting knocked out. He's down at 16th after that one. Okay, let's I know it took an auto save, but I don't trust auto saves. Let's make a manual save, just in case. Just in case. Oh, I actually forgot to check. Oh wow, okay, Jesus Christ, we nailed it with Aerosmith's setup. We got to 97% on Aerosmith's setup. Ricardo, we only got to 94%, but this is going to do them both pretty good for the race. Let's go ahead and manage this session. So we're going to put on a scuffed set of tires initially for the first run. And let's send them out. I'm just gonna fast forward through all of this one. So this is a maneuver to help Ricardo build up some confidence. So you can see he's got his greens under his belt. So we're now very high. So let's get him back in the pit lane and change that. Aerosmith phase gives you Hillary Clinton. I can see that. I can totally see that. Yeah, I can definitely totally see that. So I think the Chinese Grand Prix was the race that last year I accidentally a Q3 because we got so close to the end of session, and then there was a red flag crash and the session green flagged with less than enough time to set a new lap under our belts. So with some confidence underneath us, let's put on a fresh set of tires. Actually, I wonder if I should do 2 runs on those tires. We're very high just now. Oh fuck it, let's just go for it. So let's put on some fresh rubber and send out. Oh, everyone else is doing 2. Yeah. Hopefully Ricardo. Okay, Ricardo's in clear air. We go green. We go green. We go green.
Currently P7.
That's still very risky though. I don't see a world where we get into Q3 on that. Everyone else is getting their world's freshest rubber on though. We're not. We're actually not. I'm reasonably happy with that lap. Okay, let's stick onto this set. We'll do a second lap on this set. I still don't see a world where we get into Q3, but we're gonna at least try. So we're on the out lap. So we're gonna come across the line. We've got clear air in front of us, so pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with our position. We do have shitter tires, so I don't necessarily see that we are going to go faster, but it is a possibility. No, okay, fine. So Ricardo is going to start in 13th place. I will take that. That starts us very close to the points. All right, so it is time. It is time. Oh, I just hit something I didn't mean to hit. Okay, it is time for the actual Shanghai Grand Prix. Let's go. So after Q3, we have Max Verstappen, who is in pole position. We might actually gain a place, because if Hamilton has a penalty, if it's a 5-place penalty, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he'll start maybe behind us. Or next to us, I'm not sure which. Anyway.
The 56 laps of the Shanghai International Circuit await our drivers here in China.
Shanghai has seen its fair share of clashes over the years, one of which happened even before the 2005 race had begun, when Michael Schumacher collided with Christian Albers on the way to the grid, sending Albers into the air.
Shanghai International Circuit is a complicated low-speed track that demands high downforce. The series of rapid turns from 1 to 4 demands high grip, but the more the drivers warm their tyres, the more degradation they'll have to deal with. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Okay. Alright. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So... we're going to start by underfueling our cars, and because we forgot, we're going to push up the driver options. So we're going to underfuel by 1 lap, as is quite standard for us. Okay. So, Ricardo, with his 13th place start, I kind of don't like this. I don't like this. I do like this much better. Yeah, okay, I like this much better. Okay, good. Happy with this. Fine. So this strategy, so we're going to start on a set of softs. On lap 17, we're going to come in for a set of mediums. And on lap 39, we're going to come in for a set of softs. That is all things going well. We're going to start the race. We didn't get into Q3, so we can start the race on whatever tire compound we want. So we're going to start on those softs. So in terms of fresh tires, we have 2 sets of softs, 1 set of mediums, 1 set of hards. And in terms of scrub sets, we have 1 scrub soft and 2 scrub mediums. So we're accounting for all of our sticker tires. And we have a set of hards in reserve if we need. For Aerosmith. Oh, Aerosmith. Oh yeah, of course, because we didn't go out again. Yeah, okay. Fine. So, Aerosmith, I'm not too happy with this strategy. So, a 28.8 is what we're looking for. So, let's try a similar strategy. Let's do softs. Let's try... Is there a world where we can do a set of hards? It is slower. 8 seconds slower. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. If we scale the tire use back and do this as a set of mediums under normal use, I'm happy with this, and we do 28.8. It's kind of the same, isn't it? Well, let's keep this as a potential strategy C. But if we do this, Okay, maybe we do this with the medium tires. Will let us hold on to our shit for longer. So the plan is that we're going to start on a sticker set of mediums. On lap 20, we're going to come in for a set of mediums again. And then our final stint, lap 41, come in for a set of softs. In terms of the tires that Aerosmith has available to her, she has 3 sets of sticker softs, 2 sets of sticker mediums, and a set of sticker hards. Scrub tires are 1 set of softs. Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to account for 2 mediums and a soft. So in the event of a safety car, we can definitely move on to some more softs. So that is going to be our race strategy. We have both of our drivers set up for this. It is time to begin the Chinese Grand Prix.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. And here's George Russell settling in for the race.
Being 7th on the grid gives them a good advantage. This is a great opportunity for points.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. The excitement is building here in Shanghai. It's lights out and away we go.
Alright, race is on. Let's set up our driver options.
Keep that position if you can, please.
I feel like that's such a redundant voice line. Keep this position if you can. Like, that's not every driver's goal. However, Ricciardo does get past Alonso to get up into 12th place. Looks like in the background, these two guys are fighting, but Aerosmith is holding on to 20th place for now. Let's see how Ricciardo got past Fernando Alonso. It's wheel-to-wheel action, and he just gets the inside line. Heard a bump there. Heard a little bit of a bump. Alrighty. Nice. Fucking voice line. Okay, alright, let's take stock of our fuel. Okay, I've done my fuel calculations for this lap. So Ricciardo finds himself now in 12th place, 2 positions away from the points. However, Fernando Alonso is... Oh, actually, I was going to say Fernando Alonso is in a very, very powerful car, but also Lance Stroll is somehow behind us. I'm not quite sure how that ended up happening. Aerosmith is still holding on to her 20th place, despite the cars with softer tyres. Desperately trying to find a way past, but Aerosmith is not letting them. Ricciardo has dropped back from Alexander Albon, which is a little bit annoying. Kinda don't want that this early into the race. So DRS is now enabled. Let's go back, let's start employing the tyre strategies. So we're going to go for balanced. And let's hold on to neutral ERS use for now. God damn, the game's gone really quiet on me. What the fuck?
Need to drop the pace.
So both cars are now running the same strategy. Ricciardo is now 2 seconds adrift from Alexander Albon, and Alonso is trying to find a way past. It makes sense for Alonso to try and get this job done now, although Ricciardo ain't making it easy for him. They're wheel to wheel, both drivers are wheel to wheel. Ricciardo's going to have the inside line, Alonso's going to have the inside line for the next, and then it's Ricciardo that backs out of it. As they come into the, well, you lost the position. You lost the position to Fernando Alonso, it's fine. It's fine. I would be happy losing a position to Fernando Alonso. down at potato end of the grid, Aerosmith is still holding on to her 20th position despite the fact that the softer tired cars are behind her. This is good for us because it means they are going to absolutely devour their tires trying to get past her. Oh, Bottas is now challenging Daniel Ricciardo. He has the DRS and Bottas... Ricciardo does not, sorry. A little bit of a weird corner there. Aerosmith does get overtaken by Iwasa. That's not entirely surprising. Let's see if Ricciardo, who is now going to have the DRS in the start-finish straight, can close up to... Oh, Ricciardo doesn't have the DRS. He dropped too far back to Bottas. That's not great. That is not entirely great. At potato end of the grid, Gasly is going to attempt to make a move on Aerosmith here. Iwasa has got past and is now 2 seconds to the good. That's not surprising. The Team RB car is a much better car than us. But, yeah, the Iwasa is caught right up to the back of Logan Sargent and is challenging the hard-tired Logan Sargent there. Ocon has just found his way past Daniel Ricciardo. Let's see how that happened.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much.
Let's take a closer look. Now we're watching Esteban
So
Ocon.
this isn't a DRS zone, so
There's
this
the
is going to be
opening.
on merit. And sure enough, just around the outside, absolute around the world, just sails past.
And Esteban
Beans.
Ocon is able to climb up the pack.
Beans, beans, beans. We do not want these people heading ahead of us. Now that we're in the points, our objective is to keep the people that don't have points out of the points, and also to try and finish ahead of RB and Williams. We're where our season objective is. We just need to hold this position for the rest of the year, which is going to be a bit of a hard fight. But the race is still young. The race is still young. Kevin Magnussen with his harder tires is pushing to get past Daniel Ricciardo. Now this is interesting because Magnussen, who does make a DRS overtake on Ricciardo. Oh, Ricciardo, you shouldn't have backed out of that one. You really shouldn't have backed out of that one. Yeah. On medium tires, that is a big loss on tire performance. Like, Ricciardo's soft tires are 87% and Magnussen's are much further behind. Can we try and catch? Jesus Christ, Ricciardo is dropping like a fucking stone. Jesus. But hey, the race is still young. Race is still young. Stroll is going to get past. This isn't going to be too much of an issue. As long as we keep ahead of 18th, so if Daniel Ricciardo finishes about 18th or above, and Aerosmith 20th or above, then this is a big bonus for us. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave you with the sights and sounds of a Formula 1 race, and I'm going to go refresh my beverage. Alrighty. Where's the Hibble commentary? I went for a break, Mono. I went for a break. I went for a break so I could refill my drink. But we're back. So I'm pleased to see that the race wasn't red flagged in my absence. The good news is that Aerosmith has actually caught on to the back of Logan Sargent, who with the hard-walled tires is a bit of a threat. Well, not a threat actually, but a bit of a target. I would expect us to be able to catch up to the back of him. Hopefully we can effect an overtake and try and meander our way past. Daniel Ricciardo is still in 16th place, trying to fight off against Kevin Magnussen.
Keep looking after your tires. Keep looking after your tires.
And interestingly, Lance Stroll has not found a way past Daniel Ricciardo. That is unexpected. That is very, very unexpected. Anyway, we're now 5 laps done on the 6th lap, just about to come to the end of this lap. For the lead of this race, we do have Lando Norris. We just got the tail end of that there, has taken the lead of the race from Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz is a second off of the pace, as is Max Verstappen with his hard tyres. He's fighting off against Perez, with Oscar Piastri in 6th place behind him, trying to use the DRS to catch up to the both of them. Perez is trying to make a move on his teammate, and he gets it done with an absolute Hail Mary down the inside, which is good to see. Stroll finally found a way past Daniel Ricciardo. I suspect there's going to be a DRS pass. Let's see how it is. It is. DRS is open, and Stroll just goes down the inside. That's a bitch of a corner, Jesus. That's a real bitch of a corner.
Oh, see that, man?
See that, man? So Ricciardo's now down in 17th place. He's got the DRS. He's trying to catch up to the back of Lance Stroll, but this might be a hard ask of our potato-esque car. Down at the Team Potato end of the grid, Aerosmith is still caught up to the back of Logan Sargent, but hasn't yet found the way past. And Pierre Gasly is almost becoming an absolute non-consequence in this race. He's on the soft tires, but he cannot find a way past Aerosmith no matter what he does. And he is burning tires in the process. No doubt, I've called this out. He's just going to sail past Aerosmith within half a lap. Watch it. Watch this happen. Gasly is going to pass Aerosmith about probably around the bell end. Probably around the bell end. We'll have to see. Actually, my attention is elsewhere because Charles Leclerc is trying to retake the lead of this race. These cars are side by well, they're not side by side, but they are nose to tail. Leclerc dives down the inside. Norris cannot block twice. Oh, that was a bit of cheeky wheel to wheel. But with a bit of a lover's quarrel for first and second, Charles Leclerc takes the lead of this race as we begin lap number 8. Oh, look at that in the fucking sun. Oh, this game's really fucking beautiful at times. I want to get a good one of the Hibble F1 cars. Gotta get them screen grabs. Here's hoping Daniel Ricciardo, with this maelstrom that's happening up here, can use this opportunity to try and close down this gap. We're within half a second, so hopefully we triggered the DRS zone. And Aerosmith finds a way past Logan Sargent. Didn't see how that happened, but she may be about to lose this place. They come down side by side. Who gets the DRS? They both get the DRS. Let's watch how that happened from Aerosmith.
Now we're watching the action closely here.
So that's Zhao in front of us.
Opens up for them.
I don't know if it's Zhao or Zhao. I don't
And
know.
the overtake is made.
Depends what language you use for the pronunciation of the Z. Aerosmith is hunting down Zhao. She goes for the inside and she does an absolute blinder of a fucking Hail Mary. Hail Mary full of yeet, hallowed be my tires. And so she gains 2 positions within half a lap to get up to 19th place. She's going to be feeling pretty fucking tasty about now. Nice, happy with that one. Daniel Ricciardo is not feeling so tasty right now, but you're currently doing well. And the best part of this is Zhao's on the soft tires, so Aerosmith is using the advantage of having more tire life, even though the compound is harder. Having said that, Zhao is trying to find a way past again. But he can't do it. He's starting to back off again. It's gone from 0.3 to 0.6, still 0.6. Yeah, he's not really finding a way past. Ricciardo has found his way to the back end of Kevin Magnussen, who is on the medium tires. Now, Magnussen has passed him before, but hopefully Ricciardo can effect a DRS pass. He's down the inside line. He's holding the overlap. He's got the overlap. And he gets past. Now, I don't like this. I don't like Yuki Tsunoda being in the points. It's not the most ideal situation for us. RB are definitely going to finish the season ahead of us. I know this, but I'd rather them not be in the points just now. It does muddy the waters somewhat. So yeah, Ricciardo's initial race process seems to be pretty shit. Aerosmith is actually, yeah, her I don't think I've ever seen her confidence this high. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, look at Zhao might actually have some of the worst tires tied with Bottas. So the Saubers are not really good on their tires, and we have seen this in other races where we thought they were potentially going to one stop and then the car has just eaten all of the tire performance that it had. Which is very much a certified no bueno. Norris is holding on to the lead of this race from Charles Leclerc. Sainz is in third, who's being hounded by Checo Perez, who's on his medium set of tires. Max Verstappen is about a second and a half adrift because he's on the tires. Still a good performance from him. Oscar Piastri is in sixth, though. Missing an overtake there. Norris and Leclerc are going wheel to wheel for the lead of this race, but I think Norris is going to retain the #1 position, or is he? Dang, son. Dang. Cars are side by side. They're still side by side for the lead of the race. It's soft tire against medium tire. They are wheel to wheel. They've been wheel to wheel for one quarter of the race. And Norris finally ekes out ahead on the medium tires. And Charles Leclerc at the half lap mark has to concede second place for the moment. Oh, I say that, but what? I looked away for half a second and Leclerc gets past. How did such a thing happen? How did such a thing happen? I feel this game does a good job of making Formula 1 less processional than the real Formula 1. Then at the Team Potato end of the grid, Ricciardo has caught up to the back of this absolute freight train, which I can't get used to the fact that Lance Stroll is down fighting amongst the potatoes. Yeah, so this is a bit of an interesting situation, but Daniel Ricciardo is right onto the back of them. Is he going to be able to make anything as they come round what I'm affectionately calling the bell end at the moment? Ricciardo is going to get the DRS detection on Esteban Ocon. You looked away just as he was passing, yeah. Yeah, the picture perfect time. So everyone and their dog has DRS. I said Kevin Magnussen, he's just chilling. Oh, and Ricciardo's well, everyone's attempting an overtake, but it's all getting super messy. Ricciardo should have went for that gap, but I think the game mechanics as they are don't allow that to happen. This isn't like iRacing where you can just do like really unreasonable things. So it seems to be status quo for the moment.
And we have P16. We have Ocon in front.
And Ricciardo is choosing to hold onto the back end of Esteban Ocon. And with the exception of Stroll finally getting ahead of Alexander Albon, there isn't really much drama happening in this absolute fucking freight train. We'll have to see if Stroll can get further up the grid order. I would like to see Alonso get past Yuki Tsunoda, because that would work definitely better for us. Norris has regained control of the race with Charles Leclerc. Now half a second adrift in second. And I think we're finally starting to see the race string out a little bit. Speaking of strings, Aerosmith in 19th place is being hounded by Pierre Gasly. He is still absolutely munching tires like nobody's business. But here's hoping he can't find a way past. Aerosmith has at least got past the hard tire car. That was an important one to get done early. Iwasa in 18th place is 2 seconds ahead of Aerosmith. I think we're going to have to wait for Iwasa's tires to burn up a little bit before we start seeing Aerosmith be able to capitalize and potentially take an 18th position. Ricardo is still holding on to the arse end of this little maelstrom here for 14th place. He thought about a little look down the inside.
On update on tires when you can.
DRS is open once again. Albon is going to be attacking Esteban Ocon. Ricardo is going to be trying to see if he can do anything on the both of them. Albon thinks about the inside. They've got the overlap. He had very briefly the overlap, but then chose to back out of it. So that's a bit of a wah for him. Meh. How are we doing? We're on lap 12, and our first pit stop is lap 17. So we're currently doing quite okay on tire wear. Yep, we're exactly where we need to be for the moment. In terms of my fuel use calculations, we are currently doing okay on both cars. All right, Ricardo, let's deploy. Let's try and get past this guy. Let's try and get past Albon.
Understood.
Because Albon has dropped off the back of this train, so we need to get past him now. Aerosmith, we're going to hold on to yours just a little bit more. Let's see what Ricardo can do now that we've given him some oomph. Aerosmith is doing well enough without the ERS. Remember, the caveat with going to full deploy mode is you do wear out the ERS more than necessarily expected. Ricardo's trying the inside line, but has he got the overlap? I can't see from this angle. He does have the overlap. He's going to attempt the position, and he gets it. He is going to get it. So let's try and use the ERS to try and capitalize and get onto the back of Esteban Ocon. Hulkenberg is in the pit, so this is going to be a temporary overtake for us. Where's Hulkenberg going to come out? So what's he doing? What is he doing? So Hulkenberg didn't even have shitty tires, so is he going onto a set of hards? He is. That's hard tires. Zhao's in the pits, that's not unexpected. Bottas with his 38% tires. He's going to be in the pits very, very soon. We're going to allow Ricardo to just try and get past Valtteri Bottas. This is a time we want to try and capitalize. We want to get positions and hold positions. Because if we can achieve these overtakes before they make their pit stops, then this is going to be huge for us. Jesus Christ, that was almost a collision, Ricardo. Made me fucking shit myself. Jesus. Jesus. Unfortunately, that little mismaneuver from Bottas did force Ricardo to back off a little bit. He is trying with the ERS use. He's going to have the inside line, and he gets past. This is going to have to be a good run, though, because Bottas is going to get the DRS onto the back straight.
Good job.
But that was a huge one from Ricardo.
Ocon in front of you.
Oh, and Bottas is a kilometer behind. Bottas doesn't even have DRS. Jesus, how did such a thing happen? Aerosmith is currently in a very good position. I'm quite happy with this. Let's see if we can get past Iwasa. Let's try and burn some of this ERS we have and get past Iwasa. Let's hold on to our ERS because Bottas is now 2 seconds behind us.
Get ready.
Okay.
Okay, we're within the pit window. Actually, no. Let's keep burning. Let's keep burning ERS.
Okay.
Let's try and catch up to the back of Esteban Ocon. Once we get to within 1 second, then I'll go back to neutral. And we'll see what Aerosmith can do with the ERS. At the lead of this race, it's still neck and neck between Norris and Leclerc, who are on different strategies, and everyone else is fairly strung out until you get to the potato end of the grid. Ricciardo is catching up to the nearly 1 second gap to Esteban Ocon, which he is now within. So we're going to keep going until we have the DRS guaranteed, and then I'm going to back off this. I'll have to see how this goes. Aerosmith has taken half a second out of Iwasa. Pretty happy with this performance. Oh, this is going to be really marginal for Ricciardo getting DRS. Has he got it? It's going to be so fucking marginal. No, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it, but he does have the toe. So he's using the toe to catch up to the back to Esteban Ocon, and hopefully this is going to give him the ability to catch up. So we'll definitely have DRS here, and Ocon dives to the pit. Okay, let's go to neutral. Fine, that's not entirely unexpected, and Bottas goes into the pits as well. So as we come over the line, we are expecting to come in soon. I want to hold on to these tires at least for a lap longer. Yeah. Alright, let's just see what we can do. Let's try and build up ERS charge. Aerosmith. Okay, yeah, there's no point in us using ERS. Let's back off of that one. In terms of our fuel use calculations, so by lap 20, I want to be at 1.2. We're okay. I actually haven't done a lap delta calculation yet. This is probably a good time to do it. So on lap 15, we are delta 1 for Aerosmith. Oh, delta, yeah, okay, I'm going to call that delta 1 for both of our drivers. And we are, what are we, 47 seconds, so 60. So 60 seconds off of the lap, 50 seconds, I suppose. So with a delta of 150 laps, so the race will be ended by the time we get lapped. So we're still running. Jesus Christ. Hey Badger, how's it going? Okay, so at the moment my lap delta calculations show me that we are not going to get lapped this race as it stands at the moment, but that may change. That may change. George Russell has come out in front of Aerosmith. That's a bit interesting. It's weird seeing a Mercedes down at the Team Potato end of the grid. We are getting ready for Daniel Ricciardo's pity stop. Okay, if I could guarantee that we were going to get lapped, I would pit us early here. But I want to hold on to these tires as much as we can. Yeah, definitely as much as we can. How are we doing down here from Aerosmith? These guys have all got much newer tires, so I'm not too worried about, I'm not too worried about this situation. This is all looking pretty good. Oscar Piastri is pitting from up in the shiny end of the grid. I think that's basically it. There's a shiny end of the grid and a potato end of the grid. Let's see. So Piastri also goes on to a set of hards, huh? Our forecast showed that hards were not the answer here. But this is going to be a bit interesting. Yuki Tsunoda is in the pits. And as Daniel Ricciardo starts across the start-finish line, this is now going to put us into the optimum lap. So we're going to come in for a set of mediums, and let's just burn what your mama gave you. Burn it all, burn it to the ground. Our next set of tires for Aerosmith isn't for another 3 more laps, so we're reasonably happy with this one. Who's not pitted? So we're gonna expect to come out probably around Logan Sargent's neck of the wood. We'll have to see, based on my strategizing. So I'm gonna consider this set of softs absolutely fucking ruined. Gotta be careful with Ricardo. Actually, we're probably gonna hit the cliff as we come in for this pit stop. They finally strung out towards the lead of this race. Norris is in first place, and Leclerc is now very borderline within the DRS. He did get the DRS detection here, but even this is starting to string out just a little bit. Carlos Sainz, with his absolutely worn down tires, is trying to effect the pass. Yeah, okay, we're very much gonna be hitting the cliff soon. But basically right as we come in for the pit, so I'm not too worried about it. Weird that we have a really weird to have a McLaren behind us. Definitely not something you see every day. Jesus Christ, I thought you were gonna absolutely fucking thunder cunt into the back of us. Alonso's in the pits. Is Lance Stroll coming in? No, the team. Oh no, Lance Stroll is coming in. Okay, I was worried the team were gonna double stack. And we are in the pits as well. So here's fingers crossed for a good pit stop. Our team doesn't necessarily always manage good pit stops. So this will be interesting to see how this goes. I think at the end of this season we do very much need to up their salary. Okay, so teams are out. Here we go. That's not a good pit stop. That is not a good pit stop. So we were hoping to come out 16th place. We've come out 17th.
Okay, currently P17.
Good enough for government work. Good enough for government work. So we've come out right in front of Alexander Albon, but Albon doesn't have DRS. We do have softer tires than him. Yuki Tsunoda has overtaken Aerosmith. Let's see how that happened.
It's there for the taking.
So that's a high-speed complex. Tsunoda does find a way past. Where's Aerosmith? Yeah, okay, so that's fair. Yuki Tsunoda with his newer tires absolutely does find a way past Aerosmith. That honestly isn't entirely surprising. Let's try and make these guys on the newer tires burn their tires, because that's going to compromise their race. We probably should have done this a bit earlier, but I didn't realize Tsunoda was so fucking close. So let's start burning ERS in order to try and maintain. So the Ferraris have pit up in the sharp end of the grid. Yeah, we've got a few more laps before we pit Aerosmith. So let's just try and keep Hulkenberg behind, because this is just going to absolutely fucking devour his tires. Albon, unfortunately, has found a way past Daniel Ricciardo on the inside using the DRS. Let's see if Ricciardo can find a way past.
This is my pace.
So Ricciardo's DRS is open, and Ricciardo did have a fairly reasonable run there. Ricciardo's trying the inside line. He's got the overlap. He's going to have the inside line. And he sails past. So that was a pretty clean move from Daniel Ricciardo. It's really clouded over here. We've now got 5% chance of rain. Okay, chance of rain remains pretty low. So pretty happy with this one. Let's try and catch up to Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll's on soft tires, so I think this is going to be a hard ask to catch up to Lance Stroll. But hopefully when Stroll and Bottas start fighting, that is going to allow Daniel Ricciardo to catch up. Although he's 5 seconds behind, so yeah, that's a bit That is, as they say in the trade, no bueno. We're getting ready for Aerosmith's pit stop. It is going to be... it's going to be in a lap and a half. Let's start picking up the pace a little bit. I don't want to hit the cliff in these tires. But we do want to ideally try and hold Hulkenberg behind as long as we can. Although, as I said, that on the DRS, he gets the inside line. That's going to be a pretty decisive overtake for Nico Hulkenberg. Or is it? They're still side by side. They're definitely still side by side. But no, Aerosmith does concede the place. Alonso really isn't in our race. But you know what? We'll try and keep him behind. We'll try and keep him behind. Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, yeah, okay. Fine. So let's pit for our other set of mediums. So let's discard our main set of mediums. Oh. Wait, who's this? Oh, this is Ricciardo. So Ricciardo finds his way up into 17th place after Albon briefly found the way past him. So we're pretty happy with this one. Let's box on Aerosmith. Let's try and get her into the pits. I think she's probably the last one. Oh, no, these guys haven't stopped, I don't think. Yeah, okay. So the top 4 and Aerosmith and Sargent haven't stopped yet. Is basically where we are at. This is weird, once again, seeing an Aston Martin behind us. It's a weird look. Very, very weird look. Daniel Ricciardo is definitely chilling on his own. Ocon has caught up to the back of Bottas, so really hopefully this is going to allow Ricciardo to catch up to this pairing. Here we go, we're starting to see the top 4 come into the pit lane. Aerosmith is just about to come into the bell end. Looks like Alonso is setting himself up for a high-speed run. So even before the DRS opens, oh, they both have DRS, so this is going to be pretty neck and neck between Alonso and Aerosmith. Aerosmith doesn't really need to take this fight because she's coming into the pit lane, but we do want to make Alonso work for his money. He gets paid a lot of money, you know. We gotta make him work for it. Aerosmith now dives into the pit, so let's see how the pit stop goes for our. I was gonna say car. I forgot what number she is. Car number 60. She is 60. What's Ricciardo? Is he 34 or something? I forget what number Ricciardo is. Anyway, let's watch the pit stop because I want to see if we fuck up or not. Oh no, it's a bad stop. It's a jack issue. It looks like. Fuck. So we lose 3.5 seconds there. Shit. That's really not good for Aerosmith. She's gonna have a lot of work to do. Beans. Yeah, that's really not good. Okay, we scrubbed a set of mediums off. How are we doing for the pit stops? Okay, I want to wait for the first round of pit stops to do, and then I'll do a lap calculation. So the reason why I do a calculation about getting lapped is because that determines my fuel use for the race. So at the bottom of my my little table, I have my fuel use calculations, my fuel deltas that I need to keep on top of. So as it stands right now, Aerosmith is okay for her fuel delta if she stays on the lead lap. Ricciardo is not. He's going to need to save a bit more fuel. We'll sort that towards the arse end of the race. But I want to wait for these guys to pit right now, because right now it's not very clear cut. So that's why we had to pay attention in math class. I mean, I had to pay attention in math class because I went to go get a degree in maths. Well, applied maths, I guess. Ooh, Ricciardo is right onto the back of Logan Sargent following that DRS zone. He might be able to make something happen here. Oh, he thought about a dive down the inside, but Sargent closes that door. Ricardo is absolutely sniffing his bum cheeks. Can he find a way past? Oh, I was trying to get a good view of them side by side, but the camera cut off the nose of the fucking Williams. Oh, it looks like it's getting messy between these two. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better for a screeny. So Ricardo is right on the tail of Logan Sargent, whose hard tyres are starting to give up the ghost quite royally. We are coming around the bell end. Ricardo is probably not going to make a move. He's probably going to set himself up for the DRS detection, which he has just gone through. So he's going to have DRS, but Iwasa might be a bit of a spanner in the works. Ricardo, however, is diving down the inside, and he's made the overtake happen before they get to the DRS zone. So Ricardo's DRS is going to open, and Sargent's isn't.
Okay, good job. Okay, that's.
And Iwasa tries to make this 3 wide. Oh, he tried so hard to make that 3 fucking wide. You took a level math, A-level math, but lost interest around the differential equations point of view. Still got a B, but fell out of love with it. Differential equations. I only say this as somebody who's done a physics degree, but I remember when differential equations were the peak difficulty for me. So Ricardo now finds his way up into 15th place, and Iwasa now gets himself past Sargent and his own. Well, actually, does he? Does he? No, he doesn't. Sargent with his really scuffed ass, hard ass tires does find a way past. Math is for nerd. Shut it, Badger. You still work in maths. You're the biggest nerd out of everyone here. Oh. That reminds me, Mono, I told you, speaking of nerdery, I told you that I was going to show you my my collection by doing the just chatting screen, but I realize, oh, this isn't it. Wait, where the fuck is it? Oh, it's here. Yeah. I realized that like my old desk was an L-shaped desk. So the camera used to actually point at my display, which is here, but now that my desk is straight, the angle doesn't really allow it. So it's not, you know, that ain't how it be. That ain't how it be. Lies and slander. Yeah, I'm sure about that one. Yuki Tsunoda has a mechanical fault. Let's see what's happening to Tsunoda.
Surely some kind of fault.
Your eyebrows are a fault. Well, that doesn't really tell us what's going on there. So yeah, thankfully there's a little maelstrom here between the Williams and Iwasa locked up as well. Jesus Christ!
Let's have a look as we go into the 13th corner.
The 13th corner. There's too many corners.
Very heavy on the brakes.
Oh yeah,
just
Jesus
unable
Christ!
to do much about it.
He could have absolutely fucking Hail Married it into his teammate there. That would have been, as they say in the trade, a bit of an issue. Yeah, Tsunoda's mechanical fault's actually really worsened already, so this is not good for him. Ricardo's kind of on his own, as is Aerosmith, thanks to that fucking pit stop. What surprises me more is how you thought I'd seen it behind you. I don't think I've seen you with a different setup. Yeah, I had a few different setups over the years, Mono. No, honestly, it used to be a something of a talking point. Was people like, oh yeah, what's in the display cabinets that are behind you, and so I would explain it to them. I wonder. Is this it? This is it. Okay, this might take. All right, how are we doing? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I know. I was going to. So the problem I've got is that my camera doesn't turn. It only kind of pivots up and down. I do have. I can unclip it since it doesn't fucking work. But I do have another camera which does allow for rotation. So oh fuck. So I can. I could have turned it and showed you, but when I when I plugged it in, it killed all the sounds. So obviously it needs some fucking polish on that front. Yeah. Okay, what are we working with in this race? I'm trying to see roughly where we're at. I was like, who the fuck is phoning me? It's 10 o'clock at night. Why do they always phone on me? Oh, it's fine. It's just a collection of people telling me, sending me fucking TikToks. Okay. So we are now just about halfway through this race. So as we approach halfway, let's take stock of this race. Max Verstappen is in the lead of this race, having been the only one to not stop. He's lapped Zhao, which is... okay. Interesting. Yeah. So this means Aerosmith is definitely going to get lapped. I really want him to... okay, I might do a fuel delta calculation based on Leclerc, who has stopped. Anyway, Verstappen is in the lead of this race from Charles Leclerc, with Carlos Sainz 7.5 seconds behind. Perez is in 4th, Norris 5th, Piastri 10 seconds adrift in 6th. Russell is 7th with his teammate Hamilton in 8th. Tsunoda 9th, this is a problem for us, with Stroll and Alonso behind. Hülkenberg 12th. Bottas, Ocon and Ricciardo are all running on their own. Albon, Iwasa and Magnussen make up the rest, and Sargent has just Sargent has just dived into the pits, which is going to free up this fight somewhat. Gasly is in 19th place. Aerosmith has now gone up to 20th, courtesy of that pit stop, and Zhao is going to... well, where's Sargent going to come out? Coming down the pit straight. Oh, this is going to be neck and... no. So, yeah, okay, Sargent. Okay, so I need to do some maths. Here. So we need to be on the leader screen. Okay, so we're gonna call this one lap 27. There's a really fucking line in my ear all of a sudden. So lap 27, and they're doing a 98.2. So a 98.2. Ricciardo is Delta 1.5, and Aerosmith is... okay, Hamlin, I can't see for your face. Aerosmith is a Delta 1.5. So the difference between them is... so that is going to be 32 seconds for Ricciardo, and 12 seconds for Aerosmith. So that's going to be 9 laps before Aerosmith is overtaken, and about 20 laps for Ricciardo. So Ricciardo is going to be very marginal if he gets overtaken. Aerosmith is definitely going to get overtaken before the race is out, so I don't have to worry about that one too much. Let's see where Verstappen is in regards to Aerosmith. Yeah, he's about 11 seconds behind. So the math has spoken, it seems. So I no longer have to be very worried about Aerosmith's fuel, but I do have to be worried about Ricciardo's. So Aerosmith is going to get overtaken before lap 40, possibly before lap 35. Ricciardo, I think if he is going to get overtaken, it'll probably be around about lap 53, 54. We're going for an overtake though. We are going for an overtake on Esteban Ocon for 14th place. Ocon's on the hard tires, you've got even tire wear, but using DRS, Ricciardo does absolutely sail down the inside, which is always good to see. It's going to be on. Let's give Ricciardo some some oomph to try and hold that position against Esteban Ocon. The only other fight that's happening in the field... Oh, well, actually, Charles Leclerc has finally caught up to the back of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen's had a really, really good run on these hard tires. Jesus Christ. Leclerc is going to... Ooh, very almost some wheel-to-wheel there. That could have been messy. Verstappen... I would consider diving into the pits here. He might have been on a one-stop, Max Verstappen. If he switches to the mediums, which he is allowed to do, he might only be doing a one-stop this race. No, he would need to go another. He would need to go another good few laps actually before he could attempt a one-stop. Perez is currently trying to overtake Lando Norris. He's got the DRS. He's got the inside. He does make it work. And Perez finds a way past to take 4th place from Lando Norris. We're pretty good maneuver. Do Nor, Per, and Piastri make it to the end from here on these tires?
Okay.
So from what I've seen of Max Verstappen's performance, I think it would be incredible. Norris could do it. It would be incredibly... It would be tight. It would be incredibly tight. Piastri can't do it. Who was the other one you said? Perez. No, Perez can't. Norris is the only one who has a chance. From what I've seen of Max Verstappen's performance, yeah, Norris has a chance of it. Perez and Piastri, I really doubt that they would. I think they're definitely going to have to stop again. Just having a little look to see where everyone is on tire wear. Aerosmith does have newer tires than everybody in front of her, so I'm hoping to see her push up and try and gain on these guys. Everybody here has to pit again, but the more positions we can take now, the better it's going to be in the long run. Similarly for Daniel Ricciardo, I do want to see him catch up into the fight somewhat. But there's currently no battles going on that we particularly care about. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to go to 2X. Russell's diving into the pits for his tires. I'm surprised Verstappen... Actually, to be fair, Verstappen after a couple of laps is only slightly behind Charles Leclerc, so yeah. Yeah. He is making those hard tires go the distance. Yeah. The problem is Verstappen started on these tires, so you've only got one set of hard tires for the race anyway. But you know, if he could potentially put a set of hard tires on, he could go the distance. Putting a set of mediums on, he is going to be hard pressed to make that a one-stop. I think if he's careful, it's theoretically possible to one-stop onto the mediums here. But yeah, that would be a risky strategy. Is now a time to refresh the drink? We already did it. We already refreshed the drink. I refreshed the drink when you asked me why I stopped the commentary for a few minutes. It's because I was away making a drink. But yeah, well, this I don't have to pit stop my drink until the end of the race. Hey, my drink is looking weirdly redder than normal. Strange. Wonder if Copperberg have changed their recipe somewhat. Ah, here we go. Verstappen is finally into the pits. I am so curious to see. He does go onto the moon. He is trying for the one-stop. He is trying for the one-stop. Interesting. Interesting.
So we just have to get right down.
Speaking of battles that I'm interested in, Valtteri Bottas is absolutely... Oh no, Bottas has been overtaken by Ricciardo. Okay, I thought it was the other way around. I thought Bottas had caught up to the back of Ricciardo, but no, going absolutely around the world. Daniel Ricciardo... Oh, Jesus Christ, he had to work for his fucking money. Look at that.
Alrighty.
Nice. Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo had to work for his money there, but he does get past Valtteri Bottas. They are on differing strategies though with the tire use. But yeah, Max Verstappen, he is going for the one-stop strategy. This could be huge for Max Verstappen in terms of strategy use. He does come out in front of Oscar Piastri. If Oscar Piastri and his hard tires can happen to find a way past Max Verstappen, his race could be absolutely fuckled. I love the look of these McLarens. I really love the look of these McLarens. Speaking of battles, it looks like Lance Stroll has an absolute fucking fight on his hand as Alonso finds a way past on the DRS. And speaking of DRS, it looks like Valtteri Bottas has once again found a way past Daniel Ricciardo, which isn't good. It isn't good. Let's continue eating the ERS as we have it. Let's try and find a way past Valtteri Bottas.
Okay, keep it clean. Focus on the pace.
And Aerosmith still hasn't been lapped yet. Huh, interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. She must only be about, the leaders must only be about 4 seconds behind her.
Okay, good job, thank you.
Oh, okay, we did get past Bottas. Okay, huge. Huge, huge, huge. Alright, let's try and capitalize on this. Thankfully, Ricciardo managed to do this a little bit earlier in the lap. I think he did it at the bell end last time. So here's hoping we can try and pull out that second before the DRS detection. Oh, it's going to be really fucking marginal if Bottas does get this DRS detection. And he doesn't. He doesn't get the DRS. So he's going to come around this corner and he's not going to be able to open up his DRS to overtake Daniel Ricciardo. Nice. Okay, this is good. This is a good 13th place for Daniel Ricciardo. Aerosmith up in 19th has in fact caught up to the back of Pierre Gasly. The tyres on the Haas and the Alpine are starting to run off. So Aerosmith, it's now going to be Aerosmith's turn to get some DRS here. So she's going to have the DRS. It's going to open. She actually got a good run out of that corner. That would potentially be overtake territory even without the DRS. She dives up the inside. Should be able to get the overlap. She does get the overlap. Can she hold the position? She does. Gasly backs out of it, and that moves Aerosmith up into 18th place. Gasly is in return going to get the DRS, but he's going to have a monumental run to do anything with it. And indeed he doesn't. He's 1.1 seconds behind. Still 1.1, 1.0, 1.0, not 0.9. There's nothing he can do. Let's give Aerosmith some juice to keep away. And Ricciardo is nearly 3 seconds clear of Bottas. So let's go to top up mode. Actually, let's try and recover some of that ERS as we hunt down Hulkenberg.
Charge on.
Once we break a second to Gasly, we'll probably end up doing the same for Aerosmith. This race is actually doing quite good for us. We're exceeding our own expectations here. You changed cardials, didn't you? You know something I did? I did, Mono. I did change cardials. Oh yeah, we have hella broken the toe to Gasly, so let's go to charge mode, top up here. I'll just keep an eye on things. Everybody has strung out a little bit, so let's go back to 2x. Let's see what the prognosis is. So in terms of our stops, our next stop is Daniel Ricciardo on lap 39, which is 5 laps away. Where does Stroll come out? Stroll comes out in 15th place, and Magnussen gonna come back out here. Okay, this is quite a good run. I'm quite happy with this. I do feel we are about to get lapped though. What did I say about lap 30? I said around about lap 35, but before lap 40. I still stick that as true for Aerosmith. My prediction for Ricciardo was lap 55. Again, we'll have to see if that actually happens or not. Pretty happy with the way these fights are looking just now. Bottas dives into the pits. Where's he gonna come out? He is gonna come out. Oh, he's coming in for a set of hard tires. Oh, this is interesting. Everyone looks like they're going to be finishing the race on very hard compound tires, whereas both of my drivers are going to move on to the softs. I sniff positions, guys. I sniff positions. Oh, I sniffed positions here for sure, for sure, for sure. Seems to be a little bit of a fight developing for 9th place between Yuki Tsunoda in his injured RB and Fernando Alonso, which is a fight no more because Tsunoda comes into the pits. And another fight is for 2nd place with Lando Norris on the hard tires finding a way past, or trying to find a way past Carlos Sainz at the bell end. I don't know what this corner is called on the Shanghai circuit, but it will forever be known to me as the bell end now. Who gets DRS? It is going to be Carlos Sainz, I think, as they come into the DRS zone. Indeed it is. Can Sainz find a way past? He's got softer tyres, but older tyres. He cannot find a way past. Huh. So that will be Lando Norris for 2nd place of this race. Max Verstappen is still... Wait. Oh no. No, Max Verstappen's here. That's Perez. Perez is in the lead of this race. I think he's probably going to have to stop again. Yeah, I think he's probably going to have to stop again. What are we, 20 laps to go? Yeah, he's going to have to stop again for sure. So the hard tires lasted for 30 laps. So anybody who has got more than... who's got 70% of hard tire life can go to the end. So that will be Norris, Hamilton, Russell. They're going to the end. Bottas is, Iwasa is, yeah, okay, these guys, all these guys are. All of these guys definitely are, yep. So we're going to be just about the only ones on the soft tire, so this is going to be quite interesting. So with only a couple of laps to go, we are gearing up for Daniel Ricciardo's pity stop.
1.8. So we keep focusing on the pace.
Yeah, okay, that is Perez right behind Aerosmith. So we're going to get blue flagged here, which is going to allow us to start burning some fuel. So on the minus 1 lap strategy, we can get to minus 1.5. That is my safety margin for fuel. I don't know if I want to start burning the fuel use yet. Okay, blue flags for Aerosmith. So Aerosmith will hopefully get out of the way in a sensible position that doesn't allow Bottas to capitalize, and she does. She fucking nails those blue flags. Lando Norris is absolutely sniffing behind them though. The good news about blue flagging in that place is that Aerosmith does get the DRS off of the leaders, which is going to allow her to pull out some distance to Valtteri Bottas, hopefully. And Daniel Ricciardo has Lance Stroll behind him. This is hilarious to me. These guys are side by fucking side. Ugh, look at those sexy cars.
Keep your head down.
Absolute fucking schmexy cars. Okay, that's enough screenshots I think for this race. Okay, pretty happy with this. We are getting ready for this lap. A lap and a half for Daniel Ricciardo. I think we actually start burning some rubber here. Let's just go to attack mode.
Let's try to take opportunity.
So Daniel Ricciardo is coming out the bell end, and so once we cross the line, this is where we're going to pit. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to start burning some rubber here.
No concern on tire wear.
I'm not going to burn fuel. I might deploy though. I might absolutely deploy. Let's try and keep Lance Stroll behind us if we can. But we do get held up by Hülkenberg. That's a bit rough. Hülkenberg's going to be pitting again. He might pit here. He does not. Fine. Oh, yellow's somewhere. Virtual safety car. Okay. Fine.
There's been a crash.
Oh, Hamilton. Hamilton's crashed. What happened to Hamilton? So he's on and the rear end just gives up on him. Oh, that's into the barrier as well. Beans. Heavy breathing. Okay, this is only a virtual safety car, so this isn't too bad. Hamilton has retired. We're gonna pit here onto the
so he's out the car.
Soft.
Be very careful with the debris.
Let's conserve harvest. Harvest, conserve, conserve. Fuck. If that had happened 2 corners previously, I could have got Ricardo into the pits.
Box, box.
This is probably gonna hurt us.
Yeah, box this up.
Probably gonna hurt us.
And keep up a bit of lift off for fuel, please.
Fuck, okay.
Roger.
It'll take probably about 3 minutes for Hamilton's car to get recovered, but we're under virtual safety car condition, so yellow flags are flying, virtual safety car boards are on display. Yeah, everyone who has a brain to pit is pitting. I wonder if we should pit Aerosmith here.
Stroll behind you now.
Hang on. Is there a world where we can... Is there a world... If we pit Aerosmith here... Oh... Yeah, I think we do this under the virtual safety car. I think we do this under the virtual safety car. This is risky. This is really risky. But I think we do this under the virtual safety car. Unless the virtual safety car ends before the lap is out, in which case we are absolutely not going to fucking do that. We're going to abandon Fuck Knuckles out of this. Okay, so we're gonna peel in. So Hulkenberg's doing the same as us. God, we need a good stop. We've had 1 failed pit stop and 1 shit pit stop. Come on, me old fruit. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. So we're gonna go onto the soft tires here. So Hulkenberg pit. Hard tires for Ricardo. Ah, it's a slow stop. It's a slow stop and we got held up. Beans. Beans, 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 and bugger fucking
And
nation.
next one is Hulkenberg.
Still, we're just behind
Yeah, just what
Hulkenberg. This is fine. Aerosmith is in the pit lane. Let's see what happens here. That's a much better stop. That is a much better stop. Not fastest stop territory, but a much better stop. So this is going to put us at... Fine. Virtual safety car is ending. Okay.
VSC ending.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
push on fuel and let's do...
Charge off.
Yep.
Let's do standard tire use. Let's do light tire use and push. Neutral.
Warm up your tires.
Okay, virtual safety car is in. We are on the soft tires. Let's see what we can make happen. I'm actually going to give Daniel his ERS because I want to get to the back of Hulkenberg. I want to overtake Hulkenberg just now. Ocon is a non-issue. He needs to pit again.
Understood.
Yellows. It's not one of my drivers. Okay, don't know what happened there. No doubt get told by race control. Logan Sargent had a lockup. Interesting. Okay, let's give Daniel the juice that he needs. Hulkenberg's on fresh mediums and we're on fresh softs. Let's see what we can do. I think, is Aerosmith still lapped? Yeah, Aerosmith is still lapped. So I'm on a -1 strategy for Aerosmith and I'm on a 0 strategy for Ricardo. Although having said that, Ricardo might be about to get lapped.
Okay, head down, no problem.
Oh, this could, yeah, okay, this could work. This could work. Let's use our ERS to try and catch up to it. Oh, Sargent didn't pit. Okay, Sargent he's hitting the cliff. If he doesn't dive into the pit here, he does dive into the pit here. So that is going to be a free place for Aerosmith. Oh, and Piastri hits into the pit as well. Okay, fine. So it's all change here. So actually, I think we did the right thing there, all things considered. Where is Norris in regard to Ricardo? Okay, I think Ricardo is going to get lapped. It's probably going to be closer to the lap 53 that I predicted. I think it's probably going to be... Oh, wait a minute, what? Oh, I said 53, but I've wrote down 47. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense then, doesn't it? I would expect about 47. Yeah, that math kind of tracks. Okay, so is there any interesting fights going on? Looks like Oscar Piastri on his fresh tires has caught up to the back of George Russell, who's going to the end on a set of hards. Is he going to be able to get past? It seems not. Here comes our boy Alonso. Where's he going to come out? Ocon is definitely going to have to pit again, so that's going to give Ricardo a free position. And Ricardo is caught back up to the back I've done it again. I'm really bad with double backing. Ricardo has caught up to the back end of Nico Hülkenberg. Let us see if we can effect a pass on him. We'll give Daniel Ricciardo the goods for the time being. I mean, I still think that Ricardo is going to get lapped. I guess the question is when. So let's see what we can do here. So we're into the high-speed complex here. Ricardo's trying to go around the outside. He dives down the inside, but he can't get the overlap. So Hülkenberg takes his position. Ricardo tries the outside again. He's going around the world. That's going to give him the inside line for the final part of this complex. And that is going to give him position, but can Hülkenberg maintain the overlap? He can't. He can't maintain the overlap. So they're coming into the bell end with Ricardo now in 12th position. Ocon's in the points. I don't like that. Oh no, he needs to pit, so this is fine. This is fine. I don't care about that actually. What does that yellow diamond need to Hülkenberg mean? So the yellow diamond means damage. The game's a bit consistent. So the diamond means damage either because of excessive wear and tear or because of an impact. The cog means a mechanical issue which can either be caused by wear and tear or just like an actual component failure because of overheating or whatever. So there's a bit of overlap in what they mean, but like generally like damage. I think the way to look at it is a diamond is there is something that has happened to your car that cannot be mitigated during the race, whereas a cog can be mitigated through the race. So like if I had a powertrain issue, it would tell me that I need to avoid high-risk curbs, so I could tell the driver to avoid high-risk curbs. So you can't fix the issue, but you can mitigate it, whereas anything that has a diamond cannot be mitigated. Basically is where we are at. Okay, we've broken the toe to Hülkenberg, have we? Kind of marginal. We'll keep the ERS use on past the DRS zones. Make sure Hülkenberg doesn't get a chance to come back at us. Yeah, we're going to get a free place off of Esteban Ocon, which I'm pretty happy with. You know, we got a lot of charge. Let's give Aerosmith some juice. Let's see if we can't get past Iwasa, because that would be a very good race performance for us. Daniel Ricciardo. Okay, Hülkenberg actually did get the DRS, and he's going to get the DRS here, which is a smidgen of an issue for me. Hülkenberg is eating his tires, though. So for me... yeah, okay, let's just go to neutral. The good news is Hülkenberg is eating his tires, so for us, we're going to finish this race very, very marginal on tires. Which means if Hülkenberg has less tires than us, he is also going to be very fucking marginal, which I'm very happy with. Okay, in terms of fuel use, where is Lando Norris? Lando Norris is actually quite far behind. Do you know what? I'm not too comfortable about over-burning fuel. We have got past Iwasa. God, that was fast. How did that happen?
We're watching the action closely here.
So Aerosmith manages to catch up to the back of Raven Aerosmith and manages to sail around the outside at the end of the DRS zone, coming into the opening Yin Yang complex. So Aerosmith moves up into 17th place, and she does have newer and softer tyres than Iwasa, so that should hopefully let us exploit that gap. Next up the road is Magnussen. We'll see what she can do with that one while she still has battery in her ERS. Ricardo... I really want to break this toe to Hulkenberg. Norris is pretty secure in the lead of this race, and Charles Leclerc is our nearest battle. He is fighting his teammate for the podium place of this race. It looks like it's fairly evenly matched. And Ocon, with his wounded hard tires, finally dives into the pits. I did it again. What, looked away at the wrong moment? Yeah, I did do that. Commentator's curse and all that one. So Ocon's in the pit, so this gives us a free place. The key question is, where is he going to come out? Is he going to come out after Aerosmith? Oh, Aerosmith is trying to get past Magnussen already. Jesus Christ. And she does get past Magnussen. Okay. Yeah, okay. He is definitely going to come out ahead of... He's definitely going to come out ahead of Aerosmith. But Aerosmith is right behind him. Actually, this is going to be a little bit... 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Okay, this is going to be game on Aerosmith to see what she can do with this. But we've gained a good few places. This has been a good race for us. This has been a really good race for us. Very, very happy with how this race has turned out. I know it overheats our engine, but I'm quite happy to burn fuel for Aerosmith. Because we're on a -1 strategy for Aerosmith. Yeah. Norris on the hard tires isn't going to catch Ricardo. Yeah, he's a second slower than Ricardo. So yeah, I'm going to put Ricardo on a 0 strategy. So for me, strategy 0 involves finishing the lap on the lead race. And strategy 1, which is what Aerosmith's on, is finishing the race a lap down. Good. Okay, I don't think we're going to catch up to Esteban Ocon, but I'm pretty happy with how all of this has gone. Let's do lap 45. The leader is doing a 97.4. Ricardo is doing a 96.6, so I'm going to call that a delta of 1. And Ricardo... Oh no, it's a delta of -1. So Ricardo isn't going to get lapped. Yeah, okay, fine. As far as I can tell, Ricardo isn't going to get lapped. If I assume the original delta, which was 1, then it would be... what is Ricardo? He is 89... 89, so that's 8 seconds, so it would potentially be in 8 laps, but Norris is going to have to fucking get on it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. Aerosmith did get over herself. What are you clipping? Do you just clip every time I miss Aerosmith overtaking someone? I feel like I'm gonna have to have like a saga of these clips. what they mean. Oh no. Look at that fucking look at that schmexy McLaren. I think that and the Ferrari are some of my favorite cars on this here automobile grid. Okay, Ricardo is 4 seconds to the good of Hulkenberg, but 11 seconds behind Alonso. I don't think any of this is going to change. Yeah, I don't think any of this is going to change. 10 laps to go. Oh, funnier than that, it's a brain fart that you have and you haven't realized it yet. I do that often, mono. Yellows. Somebody spun. We saw you spin, try to rejoin. Was it? Oh no, Sargent. Yeah, that's a bug that keeps happening. But Logan Sargent, you spin me right round, baby, right round. Ah! Cool. Sargent is of no consequence to us because he is about a mile behind us. Yeah, this is huge. So Ricardo has gained, what, 5 places, and Aerosmith has gained, well, she started, oh no, Ricardo's gained 2 places, and Aerosmith has gained 4, so this is a good race for Hibble F1. Normally this only happens when there's, like, lots of crashes. But, yeah, we're pretty fucking tasty. Holding on to these tires pretty good. Pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with this. And there doesn't seem to be any interesting battles out there. So let's go ahead and fire up the 2X. Because we still have the sprint race to get through. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Go baby, round, 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 round. Yells again. Virtual safety car. Okay. Harvest.
Not entirely sure what happened.
Oh,
but
Logan
it seems
Sargent.
Like it was Logan Sargent.
What have you done, buddy? So this is what we call in the motorsports industry red mist, where you spin, and then that causes you to lose your composure. And then you absolutely fucking thunder cunt it into the barrier. So Logan Sargent is probably going to be out of this race. Which means no matter what we do, Aerosmith, you know, if she finishes 20th place. So virtual safety car is out again. Gonna see those virtual safety car flags. We've got everyone on full harvest. Let's try and cool down our shit as much as we can. Ah, that's a cool view. Virtual safety car. That's a slightly better view. Do 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 do. Hibble wasn't one of the leaders that could have done that, because then we could have got some free Shavakadu. Oh, that's a shit view. Okay. Oh yeah, I always forget about the Halo can. That one. Trying to get some screenies. I love the light panels in terms of what they bring to motorsport, but I think they are implemented entirely incorrectly. Particularly when it comes to like yellow flags and things. I really hate that the more serious a flag is, the less real estate it gets on the screen. Like a single yellow flag, right, is that whole panel is bright, okay? That's visible. A double yellow flag is only half the panel is illuminated. It does flash faster, but only half of the panel is illuminated, which is like dog shit. And then like you get the safety car, which is more serious than a double yellow. Well, technically. And like, look at that. The yellow is it's a fucking rim job, right? The yellow is a fucking rim job. Yeah, I take exception to that. All right, let's show some. Okay, right, we're under virtual safety car condition, so let's go back to the TV view and bippity boppity and skip our way through this property. Okay, virtual safety car is ending. Let's go to tire use, push. I don't actually know how many laps we've got. Push. 8 laps. Maybe that makes it easy to see differentiate while moving quickly. I would love to chat to a racing driver about it, but yeah, I'm not so sure.
Okay, yeah, understood now.
I would love to speak to some racing drivers. I know certainly from my perspective as somebody who works, volunteers within the motorsport industry, my personal opinion is I find the safety car boards are incredibly hard to see in real life compared to the yellow flags. The yellow and the double yellows aren't too different from each other, but the safety car board I find is very, very, very hard to see, which I don't like. Okay, so Aerosmith's tires are pretty Gucci. We're burning this. Are we gonna have any opportunities? No, I don't think we're gonna have any opportunities, so I'm gonna try and hold on to our ERS as much as we can. Is that Norris who's finally got behind Ricardo? Yeah, it is. So we've got 2 people out. Fine, and there's no battles on track actually, so let's just stick with the 2X as we go through to the end of this race. Nobody's got any pit stops to make. I think there's only 2 drivers that are doing a 1-stop. Yeah, Norris and Verstappen. They were the only ones who decided to try the 1-stop strat. And Daniel Ricciardo might be the one who has the deciding factor, because if he fucks up on the blue flags, that's going to give Max Verstappen a run.
Okay, understood.
And similarly, okay, yeah, he lets them both pass. Okay, goodbye, Ricciardo. Goodbye. Fine. Alonso and Tsunoda are side by side. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. We're so fucking close to the points. If only there was some magical way we could make up 18 fucking seconds. But we can fucking sniff the points, guys. We can sniff the points. All I need is for like Alonso to like thunder cunt into Tsunoda, and then it's just gonna be free Shivakadu, but Alonso's a very skilled driver. I don't think that's gonna happen. However, Yuki is driving a wounded car and does have harder tires than us. I don't know, let's just try and see what we can do with this. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything, but we would literally need to, so what, there's 6 laps to go, so we would literally need to be gaining 3 seconds a lap, which we're not going to be able to do on the blue flags. Look at that grandstand view. Beautiful. I'm quite happy with how this design turned out, to be honest. It's a good looking Formula 1 car.
6 more laps. 6 more laps.
So 6 laps to go. Okay. We're no longer on the lead lap. So I guess the big hope for us is that Tsunoda fucks up with the blue flags. And this is going to allow Ricciardo to catch up. But that is going to involve Norris getting onto the back of Yuki Tsunoda. And he's got bigger problems in mind. Right now, Max Verstappen is absolutely sniffing his rear wing. Will you change the livery for Season 2? Oh, quite fond of this livery. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how... We'll have to see, Mono. We'll have to see. It's only round 5, you know. We're early doors yet. There we go, here's more cars getting past us. Wait, did Daniel Ricciardo have his rear wing open? It looked like he had his fucking DRS open.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
Yep, understood.
Yeah, okay, we haven't really achieved anything here, have we? Jesus Christ. Yeah, Norris, I don't think is actually going to catch up to Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, that's it, Ricciardo. You ignore those blue flags. You overtake fucking who is that? Sainz. You just absolutely make a mockery of his race. Oh, Ricciardo, my boy, what you doing? If I was a race steward, I would be taking a very, very dim view of that.
Understood.
A very, very dim view indeed. Okay, I don't think this is gonna happen. Points would have been lovely. But short of there being an accident in the final laps, I do not see this happening. What we are going to do is we're just going to keep burning our ERS and hope we can stay on the arse end of Carlos Sainz. And hopefully he will ride us charitably to the arse end of Yuki Tsunoda. Surely the blue flags are just a suggestion. They are in club racing, but in Formula 1, because the blue flags are done automatically, it can all be computed. So you get 3 marshal posts to adhere to the blue flags, or you get a penalty, basically. I don't know if it's a straight penalty, or if it goes to like a black and white flag, and then if you ignore them again, then it goes to a penalty. I can't quite remember the Formula 1 rule set, but yeah. What's that in an average race distance? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. 2 marshals posts. It's different depending on every corner, every track. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. No. It's well shorter than 500 meters. I think it's probably going to be.
Understood.
Well, I'm trying to think. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let me do a calculation. So Marshall. So basically, the rule. So it does depend. Okay. The marshal posts have to see each other, and they should be able to deal with high hazard areas. So generally speaking, alright, I need a calculator. I think it's probably going to be about every like 200 to 300 meters is probably what we're talking. So basically, you get half a kilometer to deal with it. Oh, Iwasa had a lockup. Shit. Hang on. Sorry, I'm alt tabbed. I'm alt tabbed trying to fucking deduce. Yeah. So about Certainly in the UK, marshals posts are only about 200 to 300 meters away from each other. But Formula 1 circuits might be more. But yeah, it's not too far basically. You're looking at about half a kilometer effectively. Unfortunately, we could not ride the Ferrari to success. We have 3 laps to go, and we've only really improved by 1 second. So I don't really see this entirely happening.
3 more laps.
Okay.
Aerosmith. You know, yeah, there's not really much we can do, is there? Okay, let's just go back to neutral. Let's preserve our components. So the only battle that is really going on is between Ocon and Albon, but the more interesting one is between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. And Max Verstappen has hit the cliff. His one-stop strategy has not worked nearly as well as Lando Norris's. Max Verstappen, with a lap and a half to go, has hit the cliff, and his tire performance is dropping off like a motherfucker. Jesus Christ. That is a strategy that has not worked out very well at all. So Lando Norris either has to pit or he has to do a whole lap with Carlos Sainz absolutely rubbing his hands, thinking thank you for this opportunity to take 2nd place. Oh, and Charles Leclerc has developed an issue while not being paying attention. Huh. Interesting. The only other fight that is going on is between Esteban Ocon and Alexander Albon for 13th place. Have to see how that progresses, but Sainz is right on the tail of Verstappen. He's going to get the DRS here. Max Verstappen stays out for the final lap, so we've got 1 lap, and I think Sainz is probably going to manage to get past Max Verstappen, probably on the straight. He goes around the outside, and he sails right around the outside.
Okay, understood.
Carlos Sainz on the DRS absolutely arounds the world Max Verstappen to take 2nd place in this race. Wonder, given how much of the cliff we are into, if Charles Leclerc is going to have a chance. Although I do doubt it. Oh, actually I lied. Ricardo is still riding the Ferrari. Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. It's kind of not the worst thing in the world that we are able to hold on to the back of a Ferrari. Who's that? Is that Leclerc? Yeah, that is Leclerc that we are holding onto the back of. That is incredible. That is incredible. That does boast well for us. It boasts really well for us. Jesus Christ. Fuel delta for Aerosmith, although I'm not entirely concerned by that because we are working to a minus 1.5 delta. Pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's no way we can... Short of Yuki Tsunoda pulling off the track now, that's not going to happen. So Carlos Sainz caught back to the... so he has... No, so okay, so Carlos Sainz did get past Max Verstappen to take second place of this race. Wow, Verstappen's risky strategy really did not fucking work.
Lando Norris wins it. He's first over the line.
So Ricardo is first of the lap downers over the line to take 11th place. So close to the points, but not in it. That is unfortunate, but still an amazing race showing from Hibble F1. Very, very happy with this. Aerosmith, nothing that we're going to be able to do other than to round the corner in 16th place. If only things had gone a little bit differently, we could have... This is the closest we could have been to points. This is the closest we could have been to points. But this is huge. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. So the race order is going to be Norris, Sainz, Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Piastri, George Russell, Alonso, Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda, Daniel Ricciardo in 11th, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Albon, Bottas, Aerosmith, Magnussen, Iwasa, Gasly, Zhao, and Hamilton and Sargent are out of this race with symptoms of their car being incredibly fucked. Incredibly fucked. So the last few runners are going to round the final corner now to take the checkered flag, which is going to end this session.
Now, after the excitement of that race, we can now see Esteban Ocon.
And with a 13th place finish, that sadly means there's no points to be claimed.
Lando Norris certainly loves the podium, heading up there now to celebrate again.
It's a really emotional moment to be up there celebrating your first win.
And that's the podium complete for the Chinese Grand Prix.
Wait, is that Norris's first win? Hot dang. I suppose this is the 2024 season. Yeah, jeez.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure. Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
Alright, so at the end of it all, Lando Norris gains 1 place to take a race win. The first of his career. Oh, data view. What the fuck is that? Ooh. Lap history. Oh yeah, okay. That shows us the shit. Cool. So that's yellows, virtual safety car, yellows, virtual safety car, yellows. Okay, that's cool. Cool that you get to see that. If I do our drivers. Oh, okay. Okay, so it doesn't show blue flags. Okay, it only shows that one. Ah, okay, that's pretty cool. Wow, you can really sweat this up, huh? Nice. Okay, fine. So Lando Norris gained the 1 place to take the win. Carlos Sainz gained 4 places to take 2nd, and Max Verstappen, with his risky one-stop strategy, ended up on 3rd place. Daniel Ricciardo gained 2 places to take 11th, and Raven Aerosmith gained 3 places to take 16th. That's pretty good. Moving on to the Drivers' Championship, Lewis Hamilton... I could hear something. Lewis Hamilton drops 1 place to Oscar Piastri, who moves up into 7th. And down at the potato end of the grid, Ricciardo moves ahead of Ayumi Iwasa because of him crashing out. Even though we have 1 point apiece based on finish performances. That is race finish, not as in like Valtteri Bottas's finish. We are going to move up into 14th place. Raven Aerosmith holds steady at 20th place. In the Constructors' World Championship, Alpine hold position in 7th. Williams hold position in 7th. And it's pretty much status quo down there. We unfortunately missed out on the fastest pit stop championship, which means we're still 8th place. Wait, Mercedes? Wow, Mercedes are behind us in the pit stop championship. That's interesting. That's really interesting, Jesus Christ. Both of our drivers met their race targets, which means we net a very pretty 2/3 of a mil. And the chassis is complete. Yay. Okay, so Daniel Ricciardo is still enthusiastic. Raven is no longer depressed. Looks like some things failed their inspections, though. Let's see. So, we've been keeping an eye out on Formula 2, Formula 3 season. We've noticed that Paul Aaron has a lot of potential. Oh god, what is that hair doing? Jesus. They're currently in 8th place. A bit loud. Currently 8th place in the Formula 2 Championship. This is ahead of where they were last season, so they're making promising progress. They've also had several feature race podiums this season, more than most other drivers at this point. Yeah, okay, we could potentially scout them. And he's out of contract from this year. F2, the Estonian. Yeah, okay, let's scout him. We've got 2 scouts available. We can absolutely scout him. Happy with that. Okay, let's see what else we had in our emails. So post-race data. So the underfloor of Raven Aerosmith's car has worn out. Yeah, there you go. Expected finish 20th, and we got up to 11th. Huge. Expected finish 22nd, actual finish 16th. Happy with that. Okay, so we need to replace the underfloor on her car. So what are we doing research-wise right now? Let's have a look at our car parts development. So we're making a new chassis which finishes in 6 days. Fine, and the Miami Grand Prix is... So 6 days is going to take us to what, here? It's not going to give us enough time to build them. Can I like reprioritize this? No, I can't. It's a shame I can't reprioritize it to make it like slightly higher in development. Fine, so we're not going to get our new chassis for them, which is a bit of an embuggerance, but you know what? It is what it is. Nothing else for us to do, really. We're low stock on the underfloor. I would agree with that. So let's go to our manufacturing. Let's go ahead and make ourselves an underfloor. I think we just need the one. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. So we have completed the design on the side pods and all of this noise. Oh, okay, we finished the scouting on Paul Aaron. Please see the attached report. If you'd like to make them an offer at this point, you can do this here. So they have a skill set of 74. The salary is not bad. Buyout fees, that one. Paul Aaron profile. How is he compared to our current affiliates? Actually, he's pretty good. He is pretty good. He is cheaper. He's cheaper than both of our drivers and better than both of our drivers. Jesus Christ. As a Vedo, you're a million? Currently no research projects. Yep, that's because we ran out. Contract remaining. I'm actually tempted to make him an offer. Normally I don't do this until the end of the season, but I'm really tempted to start bringing him on board because he is really, really well placed. Yeah, he's really well placed. Team suitability, overall rating. He still needs a lot of development, don't get me wrong, but he is quite well placed. So let's see what he wants. So, oh, he would not accept a car 1 position. Jesus Christ. Contract length, a season, 2 season, 3. He would do 3 seasons. Start date. He would be more inclined to do this season. Give him a signing bonus. Give him 100 grand. If we give him 100 grand signing bonus and do a salary, we do need to up his salary somewhat. Next season. 5 season, 4 season, 3. He would like, so based on our thing, we would give him for 3 seasons. So he would like that as an affiliate driver. Yeah, he does not want to be, he does not want to be in the hot seat right now. Let's bump this up to a round number. Let's see what he says with this. What's a breakout multiplier? I don't really care. Okay, that's the lowest I can go. Breakout multiplier. Oh yeah, okay, fine. I don't really care if somebody else gets him. Let's yeah, 3 seasons. Let's offer 3 seasons as an affiliate. What age is he? I don't know what age he is. Let's see what he says to it. That's all we really can do. He's 20 years old. Okay, so I think Azevedo is younger than him, but he is better than Azevedo. Fine, okay, happy with that one. Is Azevedo... What's Azevedo doing right now? Is she in Formula 2? Or is she fully my development driver? Development rate high. Training is balanced. Driver development. She's got 3 years left. Yeah, okay, I think she's... Affiliate drivers associated. Right, okay, so that takes them out of their season. Okay. Fine. I would have quite liked for him to have actually retained his season, but then I would need to have paid him more. Fine. It is what it is. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Okay, right, fine. So we finished our prod. We've reduced team size due to engagement activity. Fine, that's a bit of an embuggerance. Let's go ahead and research. So let's design some new things. So we did some We did chassis and side pods, I think. Is that what we did? Chassis, side pods. So it's underfloor next and suspension. Oh, there's none of these left. Fine, I think we need to wait one more day. Is that the new ATR period ends? Yeah, okay, fine. We need to wait one more day, which is now. So let's go ahead and develop 2 new components. So we're going to focus on the underfloor this time. And we're going to do the same thing as we've done before. We just want to improve the baseline of our cars. So we are just going to do a very basic balanced improvement. So yeah, we'll do this as balanced, and let's go ahead and do... Nix, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good night. Okay, yeah, let's do 4 engineers. We do have a team size of 10 engineers, but they're currently busy. This will be 26 days. If I rush it, it's 17 days and intense. 18 days. Oh, actually, I feel like I probably do want this ahead of Monaco. If I do rushed, 17 days. Yeah, do you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, we'll do rushed. Let's rush it. Let's do a new suspension as well. So we're going to use our remaining hours and our remaining wind tunnel hours. And once again, we're just going to get a nice balanced profile on this. It's going to be 33 days for this one. If I rush this, 22 days. I think we'll still rush it, but it's kind of... It's a bit fucky-wucky, isn't it? In terms of manufacturing, we're going to get this... Actually, do we want this underfloor? No, because we haven't... Yeah, okay, we haven't done a new underfloor. Fine, let's go ahead and get some side pods on the go. So we've got 4 days until Miami. Yeah, even if I rush it, I just can't get it. So let's grab 4 underfloors. We're gonna need to put 2 of them on. So let's do... Oh, Jesus Christ, that's expensive. Fine, let's do 4 underfloors and get them working at the minute. Sorry, 2 side pods. I've got underfloor on the brain. So we'll do 4 side pods, and then we'll do 4 of the chassis improvements. Do I want the chassis improvements now? Oh, fuck it. It is what it is. It's going to cost me to cancel the project. So we'll not do that one. I don't really think there's anything else for us to do until we get to the Miami Grand Prix. So just to balance expectations, this is a sprint weekend. So we are... What the fuck is that? Oh, factory upgrade. Can I... How am I doing for the cost cap? So we've got 103 million of the cost cap to go. Projected end of season. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty happy with this one. I think I might... Do I have enough money to upgrade my race simulator? Oh god, Pierre's happy. Yeah, these guys... Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Keen beans. Keen beans. Can I upgrade my race simulator again? Race simulator, how much is that going to cost? Upgrade 2 million. I think that's going to be worth it. Yeah, I think that's absolutely going to be worth it. Factory is upgrading. This will let us build more things. And this finishes in 10 days, so actually this is pretty good. That's 7 million. Okay, I can't afford that one. Alright, fine. Nothing else for us to do, so let's head over to the Miami Grand Prix. And yeah, just to manage expectations, we are going to be doing the sprint, but then we will be ending stream. So we'll be doing the race next time. But we will be doing the sprint, so there's some more racing activity for today. So thank you for that driver update, telling me that neither of my drivers have improved at all. Great, fantastic. So we're done with the China sheet. Let's head over and get up a new sheet. So we've got a new pit crew training schedule. Our dudes are currently okay. This chance of a mistake is not good. And so I want to reduce pit stop errors. I think it was it not Jack's? Yeah, it was the Jack release was what fucked us last time. So let's do this. Let's try and focus on what shit we had before. So season performance. Yeah, this is the averages. Yeah, those guys. Well, I mean, Ferrari's quite well balanced compared to us. These are our. Let's look at our competitors. So this is us. Aston Martin is not a competitor. Sauber, Jesus, they're average in race 3. It was like fucking 5 seconds. Haas, yeah, okay. Everyone's has got a better pit stop than us. Fine. I really wish I could pay them more mid-season. She's demoralized. God, that's depressing. Jesus Christ. Fucking take a chill pill, Catherine. Fuck me. Must keep upgrading the helipad. Well, the helipad does help bring in marketability. Helipad. Yeah, increases marketability and attractiveness and sponsorship payout. So it does get us more money in the long run. And it's cheap to upgrade. Fuck it, Mono. You're getting a helipad update. Actually, hospitality is probably, well, you know, it would be really expensive, but it's expensive. Yeah, okay, I don't really care about that one. Weather center, can I upgrade that one? Not for 2 million, I can't. Tour center, yeah, we can upgrade this one. That gives us some more income. That's going to keep paying for itself. Memorabilia. Does improve mentality. Don't know if I want to spend that much on memorabilia, though. Does improve attractiveness and doubles marketability. Yeah, okay, fine, fuck it, whatever. Let's spend. Okay, we are getting ready for the Miami Grand Prix. So we're forecasting heavy rain. Okay. Miami. So this is going to be a 57 lap race. I wrote down 59. I don't know why I did that. 57 lap race that is a lap record of a 1:29.7. Best strategy is expected to be a 1 stoop. Safety car potential is 50%. Pen just broke, that's nice. Green flag losses are 24 seconds with safety car losses of 16 seconds. That's almost 10 seconds under pitting on safety car. This heavy rain's going to be interesting. 9 is just a pregnant 7, easy to mix. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think we can very much... Oh, team activity schedule. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo has race day engagements. Yeah, okay. I still think Ricciardo can do an 18th or better. We've been impressed with Ricciardo's performance. Raven Aerosmith, as a precaution, will do 20th. She doesn't have anything going on, so pretty happy with that one. Fine. Let's head to Miami.
Once again, we touch down in Miami as F1 returns to the Magic City. We're in the state of year-round summer. The streets of Miami Gardens will come alive with the roar of racing, and the excitement is only just beginning.
This weekend will be taking a slightly different form, as we have the addition of a thrilling sprint race thrown into the mix.
Yep. So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend starts here.
Welcome to Miami. Yeah. God, I always forget about Will Smith's rapping career. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna have a right lane light rain during the race. Fine. Both a light race for the sprint. I'm pretty sure somebody has given me a lobotomy at some point or another. We're going to have light rain during the sprint, not light race, light rain during the sprint, and then it's going to be heavy rain for the race, so this will be interesting. We are going to keep both of our drivers in, because track acclimatization is going to be very important for this sprint weekend. Let's get this shit show on the road. Wow, we're getting fucking animation. Many fat laps in the rain. I think it's gonna be my stream title for next time I do this. Is just fat laps in the rain.
Radio check.
Radio
is good.
The radio star. Yeah, okay, let's just time skip through this. Man, I'm not looking forward to commentating on the sprint race because my speech center is absolutely fucking stroking out right now. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, VMA. Looks like Alpine are putting a dev driver in. Apparently Mercedes have put Max Verstappen in the car. That's Vest, not Ver. Verstappen. They put Min Verstappen instead of Max Verstappen. Okay, we are coming up to the end of the first stint for Daniel Ricciardo. I like that Daniel, because Daniel Ricciardo is Australian, he's Daniel Ricciardo, as opposed to
okay with the car?
if he was like European, it would be Ricciardo.
Okay, understood.
Oh wow, Jesus Christ, he got back into the pit lane really fucking quick. Because like if you actually look at Ricciardo's name, it does not say Ricciardo, it's a Ricciardo. Well, depending on what country you're from, I suppose, but okay, let's do a little bit of a test. Let's slam you all the way up there. Let's slam you all the way up there. Let's slam you to here. Let's put you to about here-ish. Now let's play with the toe. Fine, that is good enough for a test setup. Ricciardo! I don't know why I went full Italian there. Gestures in Italian, yeah, so that's all that needed. Okay, we got our 5 insights for Aerosmith as well. Ricardo Aerosmith, let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Aerosmith needs a much more balanced distribution of shit. Let's play with toes. That's no bueno. Let's bring you down to here, and then let's adjust this camber. Ooh. You know, we're gonna have to bring you back a little bit more, and then we'll adjust the toe. Fine, everything is pretty extreme here. Fine. Good enough for government work. Reconfigure. There's a few people that are driving winded cars. Actually, a lot of people have development drivers out. McLaren doesn't. RB doesn't. Red Bull doesn't. McLaren doesn't. Yeah, there's a few names. Haas does. I think it's just Haas, Ferrari. They are risking it for a biscuit. Yeah, I think it's just Haas and Ferrari actually. It's not that many people. I said a few, but evidently it's not what I fucking meant. You know, I need to get into the habit of sending Aerosmith out first, because that few other fucking seconds is probably going to make the difference for her. Because she is not entirely bueno. Oh, Behrman. Okay. Ricardo has his setup done. Let's get him into the pity lane. So Ricardo's only got a 42% setup here. That makes sense because this setup was intentionally dog shit. So let's do it a little bit more balanced this time. Let's adjust the traction. Let's adjust. Let's play about with the toe a little bit. Let's try this on for size. How are we doing for tires, Ricardo? Actually, tires are doing okay. Pretty happy with that. Let's get him configured and ready to go back ahead. Which we're going to do very soon. Very definitely before Aerosmith gets her fucking act in order. Jesus Christ. Okay, Ricardo, out you go. Jesus Christ, Aerosmith. Get the fucking last insight. Fucking hell. Yeah, that was a lot. What happened? I can see. Okay, fine. So let's change the rear wing performance to be a lot more neutral. Let's get the camber, the anti-roll distribution over to there. Let's adjust our front wing, and let's play about with some toes. Fine, that's a pretty good middle ground there. So let's go do 4 minutes. This is going to be 7. Okay, let's hopefully get her out for some laps. Remember, about fucking 4 minutes to go, we want our cars to come in because we need, on a sprint race, we need to get them onto the setup that works best for them. Otherwise, their confidence is going to be aggravated dog shit on chips. In that regard, I actually probably overfueled Aerosmith's car. Fine. Let's have them do one more lap. So they're going to come in. Aerosmith is definitely going to need to come in. She's not going to have time to get around and do 2 and then come in. So let's revert this. Oh wait, have they fucking changed it? I wonder if they've changed it. No, hang on, let's just revert this. So we go to the highest satisfaction. And let's revert this one. I think they've changed how this works. I think they have changed how this works, because this never used to go up until the end of the session. Huh. Okay, that would be a huge difference. That would be a very sensible difference, but that would be a huge difference. Happy with that. Okay, session ends. So that would potentially allow us to get more setup gains. Cool. Okay. All right. Let's go and see who. Well, let's go see how qualifying goes, I suppose.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
That was a very short introduction to that one. Okay, qualifying for the sprint. Let's see how we do. One number that I haven't quite noted down. Fuel per lap is 1.8 kg. So 1.8 kg, let's see, so setup satisfaction we can definitely amend. We actually have it mostly nailed for Ricardo. So let's tweak the traction here. Can I adjust the rest on camber? I think I can. Let's play about with the toe. Fine, let's see how this looks on for size, although I might need to do this and then use the camber to adjust. Oh yeah, no, this looks a lot better. Yeah, this might actually be a 100% setup. So we're gonna go for the medium tires. Fuck, Aerosmith we're not nearly as happy with. Eesh. Let's reset her setup and see what we can't get away with. So rear wing we're gonna do first. We'll bring that down to roughly the middle. Actually, wait, what are we doing for Ricardo's car? Car setup. 13, 8, 2, 3. Let's try that. So 13, 8, 2, and 3. Okay, no, she's not gonna be happy with this setup. Yeah, none at all. Fine, okay. Our drivers are different creatures, I suppose. Okay, the toe is exactly where it needs to be. Let's bring... So unlike when I'm doing a test setup, when I've got a lot of unknowns, I do want my setups to try and be as in the middle as possible. Oh god, I don't know if I like any of this. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be the closest I can do for her. It's gonna be better than 34%, I'll tell you that for free. Okay, alright, let's start qualifying for the sprint, see how we go. So let's send Ricardo out. Now let's send Aerosmith out. We'll just time skip through this one, because I know that we've already gone above the 4 hours. Let's see how we do. This, I imagine, probably won't be entirely great.
Stay negative.
Stay negative? Bitch, I'm
Check it is
depressed.
enough.
I'm always
Yep.
negative. Okay, so we'll get one more stab at this. Because the sprint qualifyings are always shorter. So drivers are coming
Daniel
in.
pit lane.
Ricciardo is in the pit lane. That's both of my cars pulling in. Let's go to sectors. Okay, so how did we do for tire setup? 97%. Okay, we got up to 97%. We very almost fucking nailed that. The only thing I can change now is the front wing, but I see no benefit of changing that front wing. Okay, very happy with that one. Let's fuel one more run of fuel and be ready to go on command. Let's see what we got for Aerosmith. 96%, so we also fucking nailed it for Aerosmith. Okay, pretty happy with that. Let's fuel up for one more lap and get ready to go. So an out lap is going to be about 2.5 minutes. And the grip is going to keep going up. It's about what? It's about a finger and a half. So I think I don't know whether to just go out now or wait a minute. I'll wait until the first other car comes out the pit, and then we'll send our cars out. So we've got cars coming in. Let's see what the script is. Let's see what the script is. Nah, fuck it. Let's just get them out. Rather be out in a guaranteed fucking clear track than... How are we doing in the pit lane? No one else is coming out. Fuck it, let's just get them out. Let's just see if either of our drivers can do anything with this one. So Ricardo now on a flying lap and he goes faster. Slower, slower.
So
It doesn't improve.
14.
And Aerosmith.
Charge on and box. Charge on and box.
Doesn't look like she's going to improve
Okay.
either, all things considered. So I think we're probably going to be. Out because Sainz is going to beat us and Piastri is going to beat us. Our only hope here would be like unexpected red flag. Yeah, okay, no, we're definitely out. Yeah, if there's no red flags, we are definitely out. Yeah, okay. Fine. Acceptable. Have a period of 24 hours. There it is. There it is. At least our drivers are going to start together. Okay, fine. So we get 17 and 18th. Everyone has served their penalties, so there's nothing else. At the end of Q3, Perez takes pole position. With Max Verstappen behind and Charles Leclerc in third. Fine. Fine.
Well, it's a different format this weekend, with a sprint set to spice up today's events.
The prospect of bagging a few extra points is certainly going to spur these teams on to fight competitively and finish in the